All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Let me just check some things real quick. All right. Seems to be great. Good. Okay. So, this stream is going to be a goat stream. Yeah, I hope so. I hope so as well. All right. So, today, it was a little bit of a spontaneous idea, but I decided to essentially try to learn one of the, I wouldn't say hardest, but maybe one of the harder decks in Yu Gi Oh! So, I've been wanting to play DDD for a while. I have no idea how to play it, right? I know some basic stuff because years of playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I have seen some people like playing around with the deck and all that, but again, I haven't played it myself. And so, because our polls ended up being pretty great for DDD overall in the series, if you remember previous episodes, and also I've pulled on the back a little bit. I ended up having most cards, right? So I decided to kind of build it. One thing I did do that I didn't do on stream is essentially do one 10 pull on the, what was it? The new selection pack with the like bestials, tier limits and all that. Basically the stuffed pack with a bunch of good archetypes and all that. I kind of did one 10 pull there to get some UR points or pull like a bestial or like, Fuos and all that. But that's a whole different story. Basically, I tried to get enough UR points to build DDD, and I succeeded. That's the cool thing. It's full power, at least. I'm gonna show you the deck in a little bit. How's it going? Welcome to the stream, Roger. How are you doing? It's going great. And yeah, I mean, it's either gonna be a really good stream and a really fun one, or I'm probably gonna misplay like hell, and it's still gonna be fun. But I've heard this deck is like ridiculously difficult. Like when we know about the spreadsheet meme for DDD. I've heard it's just a ridiculously difficult deck. I personally don't see it as that incredibly difficult. It has different avenues and lines and all that, but I wouldn't call it like incredibly difficult compared to other decks. I've seen many decks that are a little bit more complicated, probably. Maybe some like Tier Limit. Tier Limit is not an easy deck as well, because when you play a lot of cards, you kind of have to go with whatever you mill and all that. I would say this would be a little bit more difficult as a playing style, but we'll see. Maybe I'll eat my words. Who knows? Maybe I'll just be wrong. Me when I have too much stuff to do and I don't have time for mass to do, every deck is easy. I don't know. I mean, every deck might be easy for you. Sometimes I do struggle a little bit with decks. I mean, it is not that hard, but it still needs to use your brain. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like that. Like Tempai. I mean, Tempai, to be honest, Tempai is pretty straightforward, but once you understand it, before you understand it, you do need to know when to do what, right? Like the sequencing needs to be correct, but I do get the idea. I mean, Tempai is a little bit boring to play with or against. I mean, it's Tempai is probably the one deck in which whenever I see it against me and I'm out of interruptions and they have like one more card to work with, maybe just they randomly drew in the opening hand the field spell and then they basically activate it and I know already it's gonna be game and I'm gonna lose this game. This is the worst feeling ever, just literally seeing Tempai, boom, field spell, oh, I know it's GG, but I'm still gonna have to watch it. Bro tier is just a gamble deck. Yeah, it is. I mean, every mill deck is kind of a gamble deck, but that's my point, because you're gambling and whatever you get, you gotta work with that, right? So it's not that easy to figure out what to do once you start milling. Like, let's say, you're playing tier limit light sword, bro. There's like no combo whatsoever. Literally, whatever you have, whatever you mill, you just do whatever you can. So I would say this would probably be a little bit more difficult to work with, since it is just luck reliant for the most part, right? That sounds to me like a pretty difficult thing to deal with. But it's also not that bad, right? Because you still have your usual plays where let's say you have 2 level 4s, you're gonna exceed, you're gonna synchro, all that, whatever. I feel some sort of a pain when I open Mastedu. I mean, I don't know, dude. After I've done some posts in some previous streams and all that, I also felt some pain. But overall, when I open Mastedu, I'm like, all right, time to cook something, especially now, before the new pack comes out, which is gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna stream as well. I'm gonna have so much fun, dude. I've already prepared some deck lists. We're gonna have some pools and, you know, build the new decks. It's gonna be wonderful. Probably one of the more interesting new pack streams that's gonna happen. I think it would be really interesting because of the decks. They're just like really weird and wacky. So there's definitely a lot of experimenting available. Like I exit the game in 20 minutes. I don't know. I mean, if I tell you how many hours I have in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, it's crazy. By the way, I've quit the game like 2 or 3 times in total before I started streaming, and once after I started streaming and making videos, and I still have more than 1200 hours, which is absurd because I barely play this game off stream. I usually play it on stream because I don't know. I mean, after you play Master Duel for a couple of hours streaming or making a video about it, going off stream and playing more Master Duel kind of seems a little too much, right? A little excessive. So I kind of just ignore it for a little bit. I play other games. But yeah, I mean, still a lot of time has been spent in Yu-Gi-Oh! Not as much on Yu-Gi-Oh! As, for example, League of Legends. I've spent countless hours in League of Legends, bro. Like, it's ridiculous. It's probably 5 times 1200 hours, right? Because I've played for years. But that's a whole different topic. That's why I love Branded. If you are a skill player, you know, and you know what you're doing exactly, you win. I played Branded last stream, so last week we played it. So yeah, I mean, it proved to be a deck that requires a little bit of skill there. And once you know the main stuff, you kind of figure it out. I have 12 hours in the whole week. 12 hours is also not that bad of an amount, to be honest, for a week. But you know, anyways, enough yapping. Let me just hop into the game here so I can show you what we did here, what I did. And yeah, I mean, this is probably the first decision which I haven't really discussed with the community whether or not I should do, but I was like, all right, we have a whole bunch of DDD cards, and I know people like this deck. I mean, it's a fun deck, and there's gonna be eventually new support, by the way, which is definitely gonna make it a little bit more interesting as well. Let me just get into the game here. Can we? Okay, there we go. Yeah, I mean, the deck is just really interesting, and I know a lot of people like it. I personally also like it, but for a little bit of a different reason maybe than most people. I think it's very fun to be able to go for different summoning mechanics. So Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, and Link. I just like that fact that it has every summoning mechanic in the deck. That seems really fun to me, and it's unique. Now, I will tell you one thing. This is the basic version of the deck, however. So first of all, let's just recap a little bit. So I did one tempo here. That's how I got UR points. Now, reason for that was because I need Lubellion and I need Fuolos, and yeah, I pulled none of that, to be honest, but whatever. I mean, I tried my best. I pulled like 2 Rhino card, a Sarcophagus, and also like Rescue Ace, Hydrant, and Turbulence. That was it. And I just got rid of all of them because I don't want to play these decks. And yeah, I mean, that was it. I basically got the UR points. That was the story. Anyways, let's get into the deck. So, all right. So this is the deck. So, I think this is a good list. First of all, I just wanna say that. I mean, I think this is one of the best lists we can work with. Maybe there's 1 or 2 cards that I haven't added, but I think this is it. So, all right. Basically, I decided today to play DDD, and I have barely any idea what the deck is all about. And now I am playing a little bit of a classic version. I'm not experimenting with a bunch of pendulum builds and all that, where we focus a little more on some wacky stuff. I just decided to go with the most usual plays, and I think this is a pretty good list. I kind of got it from the internet and all over the place and all that. And it seems great. I do play Fiendsmith as well, by the way, which isn't necessary, of course. You could cut it if you don't want to do that. But I think it's fun, and we do have the extra deck space. Before the new support comes out, of course, when it comes out, I would probably play a pure build if I were you. And yeah, basically, for ratios, I do have a perfect idea what's happening here. Basically, we need 1 Necro Slime, 1 Lamia, Placer of the Swirl Slime, and then we also play the Kepler, which is one of the best cards I've heard. 2 copies of the this guy right here, 1 Cerberus, Orthros, which could be played between 1 and 2, but I decided to play 2, and Placer of Griffin, and then the 1 Oblivion King Abyss, and then also Thomas and the Divine Zero King Rage. And basically we play for the Dark Contracts one of the Patient License, which I've never used in my life, one Headhunt, placer of the Dark Gate, of the Gate, and one copy of the Swamp, and that was it. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing here. I don't know if these are the best ratios, but I feel like there are, because usually, you know, when it comes down to the Dark Contracts, you mainly need one of the Field Spell, one of the Trap card, and then basically Gate and the Swamp King, and that's really all. And yeah, basically I'm playing also the Fiendsmith, just Engraver with the Lacrimo, with the Luri, and the Track, pretty standard. And the main goal here for Fiendsmith is obviously to go for like High King Caesar, but of course, in case we already have it or we can get access to it some other ways, I did decide to also play Desiree just because, you know, just to fusion summon it. And of course we play Requiem and the Sequence and the Lacrima, and that's really, you know, really cool stuff. And yeah, in the extra deck we have 2 copies of the Genghis, which is standard, the one big Genghis, the one of the Siegfried, the one of the Caesar, and also the King Cell and the Caesar, the other guy. And then the 2 Machinics, which are the best cards probably. And then I know Gilgamesh could be between 2 and 3. Usually I would like to play 3, but because I'm playing a bunch of Fiendsmith cards, I really didn't find the space to fit it in. Of course, I could cut Desiree and just play a 3rd one. That is also a possibility. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what we're working with. The rest of the deck is just Maxi, called by Impermenage. So yeah, let's just get to the game, I guess. I mean, that seems everything I want to mention. Oh, actually, one more thing. As I said, because I'm playing a more standard build, I'm not really playing some of the cool cards. For example, like these pendulums right here. I know they can be also nice, but again, I have no idea what I'm doing. So let's just play Yu-Gi-Oh! And maybe I'll upgrade it if I see something fit. But for now, let's just play the game, I guess. I have every other tier card. Just I can't get more than 1 copy of Rhino card. I mean, you gotta craft it probably. I also crafted it. When I played tier limit in my main account, I actually crafted the cards because my pools were horrible, so I feel you. You can shuffle back 2nd copy of Gilgamesh with Sequence. Yeah, I could also do that. Yeah, that's also a thing, right? So yeah, I mean, I do have everything I need basically, so now I can just try it out, I guess. All right, I mean, that's gonna be a fun one, dude. First game, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have some idea, barely any idea, but you know, that will be very nice. That will be very nice to try out. Of course, the more advanced combos, I have absolutely no clue how to do. I know the basics, some of the basic combos, but I don't know the advanced ones. Like, if I get like 4 cards for engine, I'm probably gonna screw up, so, you know, we'll see. All right. Okay, this is a pretty interesting hand. Alright, so I have barely any idea how to combo from here, but I believe starting with Swirl Slime isn't a terrible idea here. So I would assume I'm gonna summon the Gilgamesh, or actually the Genghis, pardon me. I would assume Genghis would be the fusion summon with Swirl Slime, and also this guy, because I can also special summon Griffin, which is probably a good idea, you know. And now I can activate something in the graveyard, although I don't know what. Special summon 1 DDD monster from hand. Well, I could already special summon it without it, so let's just special summon it this way. And now I believe I can use that, then bring back an additional DDD guy. I have no idea if that's a good idea to bring back the Divine Zero King, whatever, but you know, we'll see how it goes. This has an effect. Tribute 1 other monster, apply 1 of these effects. This card can attack directly, your opponent cannot activate card effects, your opponent can... Yeah, whatever, dude. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Actually, wait, your opponent cannot activate card effects in their hand or graveyard? Wait, this can protect you from hand traps? What the hell? I mean, let's just do it. Oh, wow, I'm gonna give it a go, dude. I don't know. I mean, I kind of want to give it a go, guys. Let's just... It's probably not a good idea, but I will just use it because it seems fun and I can probably protect myself. So, yeah, let's just go into Gilgamesh. That will be very nice. Alright, I'm already hyped about this because we have a cool effect like that, but let's just use now the first copy of the link, and then we're gonna set... here's where the problem comes. I have zero idea what to set. I want to summon Griffin back, but I'm gonna need another level 4. So let me just read through everything basically here. Reduce this pendulum scale, whatever. This is negate an effect of spell card. Yeah, whatever. This is Griffin. Now Griffin. I've already special summoned Griffin, so I believe this isn't a good idea. What else? What else? Orthros is basically a spell trap card destruction, which is not that great. This guy is... this guy can change the level to 4, which is not that bad of an idea. I guess I'm gonna choose the Cerberus. And then Cerberus is what scale again? Let me just check real quick. Wait, dude, it disappeared? Come on. Let me just see. So Cerberus is a scale 6, which is kind of bad. This guy, what does that do again? I mean, I don't know, not that really big of a deal, I guess. So I need a scale of maybe like 1 or something like that. Maybe Griffin or the Savant, this guy. I guess I'm gonna go for another copy of Griffin. I'm not sure if that's the play, but we'll see, I guess. Now let's Pendulum Summon for only 1. Okay, I would assume this isn't a good board, but I think this is kind of what I'm supposed to do, maybe. I don't know. I guess now it would be a good time to continue playing with some of the Pinsmith cards. I don't really think there's anything I can do differently here. Like, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know. Scale 3? Did I misplay already? Let me just check if there's like a difference that I could have done. Hello, hi, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Oh, you're talking about going for Orthrus? Maybe, yeah, maybe I should have done that, but I don't know, dude. Anyways, let's just wait, what? Why can't I go for Fiendsmith? Is it because of... Did I somehow lock myself or something? Like, okay, I think I locked myself a little bit. Let's just see. Okay, I have no idea. I mean, whatever. Alright, sure, somehow I locked myself. I don't know, maybe it's the Swirl Slime. Oh yeah, it's the Swirls. No, it's not that. It's not that. What is that, dude? What is the car? What is happening? You're locked? Yeah, but how? What did I do to lock myself? I wanna find that out. So, I think maybe Gilgamesh. I don't know. Gilgamesh. Oh yeah, it's Gilgamesh. Okay. So Gilgamesh, what did that do? You cannot spare someone most for it except DDD. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, sure. I guess I'm just gonna set Impermanent pass turn. All right. I mean, listen, that is to be expected. I misplayed. To be fair, I don't think this was a good hand. Maybe there was something that I misplayed with, but I don't think I had access to another body to work with. So yeah, maybe I shouldn't have activated the King Rage. Maybe I shouldn't have done that, and then I would have had an additional body. But hey, I mean, I'm stupid. I haven't played this deck, so whatever. Now, yeah, come on, okay. Impermunda mechanics, this is really bad. All right, this is definitely expected for first game. All right, double evolution pill. Playing against Dino seems fun. It's a cool thing. Oh, well, they did have the draw, so technically using the king wasn't a terrible idea, but I just didn't have extenders. There's a way to play with big Genghis. Maybe, yeah, you're probably right. I mean, sure. Ground Xeno. Okay, he has a decent enough hand. He's gonna clear my field. Wait, is that game? 35, 20, 23. That's an additional 33. So that's, you know, close to game, but not yet game. This is gonna be an additional 2k. So yeah, if I negate with Imperm, I could save myself. That would be nice. So I'm probably gonna have to negate it with an Imperm and then, you know, live another turn. Yeah, honestly speaking, summoning this guy wasn't a great idea. I probably should have kept it in the hand at the very least. Destroy one dinosaur monster in your hand or field, then space summon one dino normal monster. Bro, I mean, if I were to negate that, I would assume it's not gonna be that big of a problem, but, you know, I'm just gonna wait. Because at the moment, he can win the game with the Tyranno, so I'm gonna have to negate Tyranno, probably. Alright, summoning Frostosaurus. That's fine, I guess. Okay, yeah, he can now fusion summon. Alright, I mean, that is to be expected, but hey, if I negate, he's gonna win the game, so... I mean, I'm just gonna have to wait. I don't know. Alright. Okay, I mean, listen, he used the Ultimate King Tyranno, which was a very bad idea. And now he's gonna basically activate this and I'm gonna negate it, which is very nice. So I think he kind of misplayed his stuff here, but whatever. He didn't know that I have Imperm, so I mean, that is also a thing. Alright, yeah, we have a chance now. Also, you want as many contracts cards on the field. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna do my best to get some more next time. So he's gonna attack into my mechanics, pass turn. Alright, well, I mean, this is a winning position, definitely. And I top decked a good card. Alright, I mean, we still, we can win the game. I think this is GG, basically. Let's just start with the Fiendsmith place. We're gonna summon, like, maybe just a Lacrima and go into the Caesar, but we'll see, we'll see. Maybe Desiree is also not a bad idea to get enough attack to beat over this guy here. Right, summon Lacrima. Now we're gonna go for the Engraver. Engraver is actually gonna deal with it by itself, to be honest. So yeah, maybe just Caesar would be better. Alright, I mean, I know Fiendsmith combos, so yeah, I can misplay with that part, but the rest of it, definitely misplayable. Alright, let's go Requiem. Okay. Did that have some sort of a graveyard effect when it's sent? If this card is destroyed. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna destroy it, so it doesn't really make a difference. Alright, that's very good. Now we go Sequence, and we basically fusion summon Desiree. Like, that's literally all I'm gonna do. Or maybe... Yeah, it's probably gonna be a good idea to go for Desiree. Yeah. Wait, what? You can fusion summon into Gengish? Wow, oh, wow, you can actually use Sequence for Gengish? Dude. Okay, if another monster is normal space summon to your field while you control this monster, I want DDD monster, okay. Once per turn, negate. Dude, yeah, I will need to show you combo you should have done. Yeah, probably, definitely I misplayed a lot of times, but you know what? Let's just use this. I want to see how it goes. Okay, I'm just gonna do my best here. Let's just shuffle back the Gilgamesh and also the Gengish. I guess we're gonna try it out with the Gengish, although I have zero clue how to do it. Now we can activate this, which is essentially gonna change the level. Let's go Dark Gate. Did you forget? What? Did I forget something? It said any fiend. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it makes sense. Okay. Alright, well, now I'm gonna search and I have no idea what to do here. Okay. I would assume this isn't too bad. Is there a world in which I summon this guy? Probably. I mean, I guess we could also go with this. Let's just give it a go then. I'm just gonna experiment to see what the deck can do a little bit. So this can space summon from hand. We can also like pendulum summon already. Well, I mean, I can probably pendulum summon. Nah, actually no. It makes no sense doing so. This can also target the field. Bro, why are there so many? Why is there so many yellow things on the field? Like, what the hell? Bro, this is confusing. Thomas is better? Okay. Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm just trying it out. Add one dark contract card. Okay, I guess that's the play here. We're gonna search the fusion. That should be a good idea, right? I guess. Let's just activate the dark contract. Now let's fusion summon. So this will go into one Gilgamesh using these. Okay. This is probably, again, a misplay. I can already see that happening, but... Oh, I just misclicked. Okay, anyways. Sure. Let's just pendulum summon now for one. Oh, actually, alright, so this is gonna be Xyz 4. Probably the stupidest way to do it, but... I mean, I guess it still works. Listen, I already have game. Let's just get game. And, you know, we'll do it the next game. Somehow I managed to win the game here. So, yeah, let's just proceed to the battle phase. Alright. That was a... I mean, it's the usual start. Obviously, that was supposed to happen. So, alright. To recap a little bit what I learned. Fiendsmith can go into the big Gilgamesh as long as you have targets for it. Okay. The big Gengish, pardon me. Then Gilgamesh can also... lock you, so I gotta be careful about that for Fiendsmith lines. Also, prioritizing dark contracts is a good idea to have them on the field. And what was it? What else? Thomas is a better card to search in a particular scenario, which I have no idea what like the scenario, but you know, we'll see it. In a similar scenario, Thomas would be better. Let me just read Thomas real quick. So I know exactly what the card does again. Let's just activate Maxi here, by the way, in the draw phase. Let's just be a little nasty. Alright, so I want to check what... Oh, no, Ash Blossom. Ah, man, I have code buy, but I can't use it. Anyways, I guess they can play the game normally now. So let's just see what Thomas is doing exactly. Where is he? Oh, yes, Avant Thomas, okay. You can add one face-up DDD Pendulum. Also, this is how you get back an additional resource. I was like, dude, I want to return something to the hand, so this is how you do it. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Nice to know. Nimble Beaver. Oh, wow. That is going to be Sprite. I haven't seen that deck in a really long time, by the way. But it is definitely not a deck that I loved seeing, to be honest. The combos take so long and they're kind of just boring and repetitive. Alright, searching Smashers, which means he probably already has Starter. Or maybe he's gonna get it some other way. I don't know, dude. I would assume he already has it. Well, I mean, these are gonna be like taking a while. A bunch of Sprite combos are gonna have to happen here. I have no interruption, so let's just spectate. Let's just watch them. Okay, let's just use the time to figure out my hand. So I know this is not a bad normal summon to send the Lamia, because Lamia can special summon itself. And then I can pitch the Swarm, the Slime, and I can go for Link 2. And then Slime can also fusion summon later on, right? I think this is not a bad idea. So, normal Savant, get the Lamia in the graveyard, and then I can use the Lamia, bring it back, pitch Necro Slime. Right? I mean, yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Probably. Of course. Oh, Rare Splight Blue. Oh my god, this looks amazing. Wow. Okay, this looks very nice. Okay. Also Sprite Red. I mean, he's probably gonna negate me, but if he doesn't negate me with Sprite Red, I would assume milling to the graveyard the Lamia, then bringing it back, pitching Necro Slime, and then using it to fusion summon, and before that you can also go for Gilgamesh, would be a decent play. In case we don't get negated, but I would assume we're gonna get negated, so let's just think of a case in which we just normal summon this gets negated. I could still use this guy, but I have no idea what he does. If you special summon a DDD monster, expect during the mistake, you can target one DDD monster, whatever. If this card normal special summon, target one DDD monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Alright, so this card is gonna be completely useless if we normal summon and get negated. This is very good to know, I guess. What if we set them in the pendulum scales? Well, you cannot pendulum summon except DDDs. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't do anything. And this guy also doesn't do much of anything as well. However, there's a... Oh, this is the other effect, pardon me. Yeah, this is the burn effect. Okay, that's kind of a useless one. Not the burn, but essentially just the battle damage effect, and, you know, doesn't matter. Anyways, that's gonna be IP Sprite Elf with Carrot and Red and 2 back row, one of which is gonna be Smashers, which is a removal effect. Jesus Christ, I think I'm gonna struggle a lot this game. Oh, wait, no, I didn't... Oh my... Dude, I didn't have the toggle on so I can use the Imperm before the main phase for IP. Oh, that was a... Ah, man. I mean, he's probably gonna negate, but whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna use Imperm. I'm gonna use Imperm targeting Red because I cannot target IP, he's just gonna chain it. I would assume he's gonna activate the Carrot, maybe. If he does, I'm gonna cold buy it. I mean, either way, if he doesn't use Carrot, the moment he uses it, I'm just gonna cold buy anyways. But I am just scared of getting my Savant Copernicus negated. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. Okay, he's gonna use it. Oh, he can also do that. Man, okay. I guess that's fine. I mean, he's gonna use Sprite Elf to bring it back, and I'm gonna negate that. It's the same thing, probably. Alright, so, we're gonna normal summon. Please, do not Imperm me, please. I need this effect to go through. There's only one card that can stop me in terms of back row, and it's Imperm, right? Hopefully he doesn't Imperm me. He will bring back Red eventually. I kind of thought about him bringing it back earlier, but for some reason he didn't use his Sprite Elf to bring back Red immediately, but, you know, that's fine. Alright, so I am gonna get the Lamia, which I would assume is the best line of play. Then let's use Lamia. We're gonna pitch to the graveyard the Necro Slime, and I'm gonna bring it back. Now, he already has Smashers, which means even though I'm gonna get 2 monsters on the field, he can still banish one of them, which is a very nasty scenario. But as long as I can also use my Necro Slime in the graveyard, it could be decent. But yeah, I mean, we'll see, of course. The problem is Smashers also, I think, banishes, right? Oh, he has Dominance Impulse. Oh. That is rough. Okay, man, that is very bad. Sure. Now I can activate my Necro Slime, which is still decent, of course. But it's still gonna be probably worthless because he's just gonna banish with Smashers. So I'm gonna summon the Genghis here, but the problem is he has a removal, so I still think it's not gonna be enough. But let's see, let's see. He also has IP within 2 SP, which I completely forgot about, so yeah, I'm probably gonna lose this. It's fair to assume that this is not gonna be enough. Yep, that's gonna be IP, and yeah, whatever. This is a GG, probably. I mean, Sprite can definitely set up a better board than DDD, especially going first. It's like, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna lose my whole field here, and this does nothing, so yeah. Okay, sure. If I use this in the pendulum scale, does it really do anything? No. I can normal summon it, so I guess I can hold by. Yeah, but it doesn't matter, dude. I'm still gonna lose this. He has a follow-up. Alright, well, I mean, whatever. Okay, I wasn't going first, so nothing to be expected more of me. I think this was the way to do it with the Lamia, right? I think I did the right thing. It's just like, what am I supposed to do? Not to mention, he also had the other SP effect and the Smashers and the Sprite Tail for Sprite Red. So there was definitely too much interruptions here. I can't deal with them. But I do know the 1-card combo with the 1.5 card combo with the Savant, Copper, whatever. That's good. Alright, now this is a scenario in which I believe I should start with Kepler here, just the normal summon. I don't think there's a better way to do it. Maybe I could go Dark Contract and get something else, but let's just take a look here. So if I were to go for the Dark Contract, I could search anything I want, although I don't think it's necessary really. I could just start off with my Savant Kepler and we'll see how it goes. This is probably, like, even though this might get negated, it's still fine. As long as I have also the gate, it's fine, and it will also use up an interruption. Because usually I know that you're gonna have to search this card, so, you know. Essentially, I would assume he's gonna negate. Never mind, he doesn't negate. You should place it before. Wait, why? What is the idea here? Okay, so this is the fuse spell. Let me take a look. So I have the ability to search either of these. I know this is the fusion. What does that do? If your opponent spells summon a monster with the same card type, like a DDD, okay, whatever. This is not that big of a deal. Yeah. W name above. Yeah, for sure. Alright, so I'm gonna get the fusion, which, you know, I mean, whatever. So I gotta use the gate here and do something with it. I know that, but what am I gonna do? No idea. We'll see. Let's just use it. So I can't special summon anything on the field, so I would assume I need to special summon something. What are the options? I think Griffin is overall not a bad card to summon. However, I don't think it's actually the right play, because I know that there's actually a way to summon Griffin later on in the combo, right? So maybe getting something else would be better. Swirl Slime is obviously not terrible, but the thing is, I don't necessarily need to fusion summon now. So yeah, that's also a thing that I need to figure out. But I mean, listen, when it comes down to extenders, I believe I have two options, either the Swirl Slime or the Griffin. So yeah, did it do Oblivion King Pendulum effect? What does that do? If you space summon a monster, you can target one DDD monster. And yeah, okay, sure, but whatever. I mean, I guess that's good, but not for now. All right, so I'm gonna assume that getting Griffin would be a good idea. Let's just get Griffin, because I know this is an extender, and I know I can combo up from here, right? I don't know if there's a better way to do it. There might be, but whatever. Let's just see how it goes. Two bodies. This is Gilgamesh. He might have an interruption because it's completely toggling like every 2 seconds. I'm seeing how it toggles to him. He has something for sure. I just don't know what it is. Let's activate Gilgamesh. Let's activate Gilgamesh and it will get negated. Okay, sure. I mean, I kind of expected something like that. All right. From here, what do I do? I can summon mechanics, obviously. I could also fusion summon. So, yeah. Now, this card has literally nothing useful for me at the moment. I guess if we were to fusion summon, it's not a bad idea. So let's do it and see how it goes. So we have Gengish using these two. Okay. Then we're gonna summon the Gengish here. Usually I shouldn't summon it in the pendulum scale, but it's not like I'm gonna pendulum summon this turn, so whatever. So now let's summon Machinics, which I think is supposed to be the play. And then we're gonna bring back a monster. If you special summon a DDD monster, you can special summon that monster. Okay, sure. But, I mean, listen, we got two monsters, which is something, right? This doesn't do anything here. So, yeah, I mean, now I can go Gilgamesh for a second Machinics. I will do that because I have no other idea what else am I gonna do. I think this is a good play. We'll see. So, yeah. Oh, wait, what? I can't summon a second Machinics? Really? Oh, you can only control one of Machinics. Okay, well... Okay, so in that case, I cannot go into anything with these two bodies. I mean, whatever. Sure. I mean, yeah. To be fair, there's nothing I can do differently here. Maybe I shouldn't have went for Griffin. Maybe if I were to go for a different monster other than Griffin, the combo would have been slightly better. But for what it's worth, I think with what I had, I did something decently good. With the Gilgamesh, it would have been like 10 times better, but you know. Imperm is a thing. So he's gonna space summon now the Sigma here, which is, I mean, fine. I am probably gonna have to Ash this effect. And then the Xyz, I can just suck, although I don't really want to do that. I mean, listen, either way, he's gonna get a Surge. So I'm just gonna Ash this one. He's gonna get the other one. No matter what I ask, he's still gonna get it. Oh, yeah, okay, code by, never mind. Sure, well, I'm probably gonna have to suck, like, let's see, maybe the transcode talker when he goes into that, or something like that. Because if I go for the Xyz, it's not gonna matter. He's probably gonna have, like, an extender. He also got the trap card, fine. I mean, the monster you targeted with his effect, you can also special summon it. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, sure. Maybe I'm gonna try it out next time. Okay. So he's gonna have 3 bodies. Oh, that's 3 level 4 which can go into the Xyz. That's a problem. Man, I don't want to see that happen. Oh, brother, come on. That's gonna deal with my board now. Okay. I mean, listen, I did what I could. I thought about ashing it so he cannot get a 3rd one, but whatever, he had another one. Having 3 Matmex in the opening hand is actually pretty nasty here. Actually 2, but, you know, technically now it's 3. So I'm gonna change the effect of Machinics to still get it because he's gonna deal with the Machinics, so might as well just use it. And yeah, I mean, if he has a normal summon, he has a normal summon. I'm gonna destroy one of these, he's gonna destroy the other one with the effect, so it doesn't really make a difference. And yeah, okay, I mean, whatever, dude. Yeah, sure, if he has a normal summon now, I'm just gonna lose the game. And he does have a normal summon, of course. He's gonna have a stacked hand. So the cool thing is, I might be able to get the Gilgamesh effect. This has a floating effect, so maybe that could do something and save me. Because he has just the standard board with like Defensor going for the maybe transcode and then into either Heat Soul transcode. Not Heat Soul, but the, what was it? The Heat Cold Toker, whatever, dude, I forgot the name of it. Or he's gonna go into the Link 5. So yeah, I think I might be able to survive this. It could change something in the previous duel. Oh, okay. Yeah, in the previous duel, I definitely, like, yeah, I definitely screwed up there. I think what I did here was probably a good play because I got the extender, I went for Gilgamesh, and I went for Machinics, and, you know, without the negation from Imperm, I would have built a way better board going into High King Caesar and all that, so that would have been definitely great, but, you know, I did my best here. So he's gonna go now for the update Jammer, he already used that. So he's gonna go for access code with 2 attacks and he's gonna pop my Gilgamesh, which is sad. I mean, it's really not that cool. Wait, what? Toker? Oh, it doesn't matter. He's still gonna go for update Jammer. Yeah, it's same thing. Okay, whatever. So he's gonna go with access code with 5300 attack, 0.2, and an additional extender, which is actually pretty sad now. And this is gonna get destroyed, and then am I gonna get the floating effect? Destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster or by card effect. Special summon one GD monster from your extra deck or graveyard. Okay, so the extra deck will allow me to special summon another copy of Machinics, which could be nice. Other than that, do I have another good card? This is not that big of a deal. These are not that big of a deal. Of course, the Gengishes. And yeah, I mean, I would assume Machinics would be a nice target, but yeah, it's still not worth it. Bro, come on. What should I summon when my monster gets popped here? So I lose my Gilgamesh. I can use it now, but the problem is I am trying to find something that can either deal with access code or have a little bit of a tower type of effect, right? This card can be destroyed by battle or card effect, can add one dark contract, whatever. What does that do? Aspiraton and Spell Trap card effects activated, whatever. This is not big of a deal. This guy can just target a Spell Trap and it doesn't do anything. I cannot go for the Exceeds because they don't really do much for me. Even Machinics is gonna be like completely useless. So, man, come on. This can get me a search, but I'm gonna lose the game. Bro, is there no way to do this? Really? Is there no way to do this? Can't I survive somehow? No, man. I don't think it is. I think no matter what I summon, I just lose the game, right? That's so sad. I mean... Yeah, okay, I guess I'm just gonna lose the game. Well, let's just summon whatever. I guess it's irrelevant. He's just gonna pop it, win the game. And I'm gonna get this effect to send to the graveyard a DDD monster. I don't think it matters though, right? I'm probably not gonna do much with the DDD monster in the grave. Let's just see what I can send first of all, but this is not a quick effect. None of these do anything as a quick effect. I know this isn't. I know these don't do much. Bro, I'm literally scraping here. You know there is a red button? I know there's a red button, but I'm trying to think of something here. If this card sends to the graveyard, can I want DD monster from your graveyard? Or face up DD monster from your head, I can. Okay, whatever. Alright, well, GG. There's no way to win this. Okay. That was sad. That was sad. I got OTK. I got OTK. Okay. One thing I will say. This game, it doesn't matter who you are, it's still gonna be a loss. I mean, negating Gilgamesh and also dealing with my mechanics like that and you know, basically stopping everything definitely hurt the combo a lot. It's not like it matters who plays the deck here. But the previous game I definitely misplayed like 5 times. Bro, alright, this deck is kind of a difficult one. I think that the moment you get negated on the Gilgamesh, it becomes extremely difficult. Let's activate Maxine during the draw phase. We also have Ash, which is good. But yeah, I think that when we activate Gilgamesh, we gotta either know for sure we're not gonna get stopped, or maybe like figure out a way to play through that. But I would believe this is the choke point of the deck and there's nothing I can do about it. Maybe it's just how it is, like Gilgamesh literally is the heart and soul. Okay, we're gonna get Cold Bite on the Maxi for a second time, sure. Or whatever. I mean, listen, we have 2 hand traps and we also have the Dark Contract, which is very good. And we have the Swirl Slime, which we can also utilize. So I think this hand is looking pretty good, because we do have like a 1-card combo-ish, I believe. If I were to play it correctly, of course, which is a different thing. But, you know, speculating about it basically. So this is gonna search an Infinite Track card. I could Ash that, but I have no idea if I should. I'm not gonna do it because I would assume there's a better card to Ash. Bro, like, dude, why am I playing against these weird decks? I don't know how to counter Infinite Track. Like, what the hell? So this can give him a search. Okay. I'm gonna Ash that one because, yeah, basically gonna negate that search. Now, he did commit his normal summon, but as we know, if he does have another Infinite Track monster in the hand, he can pop this and do some with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, sure. Cross out as well. Well, I'm gonna import that. It seems as though he really needs that search, so I'm just gonna say that it's not a bad idea to negate. If he has more plays, whatever. I mean, listen, playing through code buy and cross out and still trying to interrupt him is still a big deal, right? Alright, yeah, he's gonna banish the feet loss. This is the alternative art. Alright, so nothing. I would assume if he has an extender and that's the only thing he can do. By the way, I have 2 cards in my hand. I had 3 hand traps. Okay, nothing else. Alright, so this might be like an imperm. I do have to play around that. I don't know if this really matters whether I use it or not. I'm gonna keep it because it has a nice effect in the grave. Let's activate the Dark Contract. They're going to summon a Ice card. Yeah, but no. They didn't summon anything. Alright, let's activate the Dark Contract here. We're gonna get a search. Now, what do I need? I have absolutely no clue. So one way to do it is to go for this guy, mill the Lamia, and then Lamia get me what I need. Another way to do it is go Savant Kepler, but I don't think I should do that. So I'm gonna go with whatever I know. I think this is a good line because it gets me the Lamia. Lamia can be an additional extender. So yeah, let's just do it this way. If that gets negated, I'm just gonna go Swirl Slime and Fusion Summon maybe, but it is what it is. And now I'm gonna have to use this, send one DD card to the graveyard, which is gonna be this one, because I believe it also has a cool effect. But I don't know if I can use it now. If this card sent to the grave, cannot one DD monster from your grave. Oh, okay. So I shouldn't have done that now. I probably should have sent this thing, but okay, whatever. I thought I can use it now, but I didn't have targets. Anyways, let's go Gilgamesh. Hopefully, we're not gonna get negated this time, because I'm gonna be really sad if that happens. Please don't negate. Okay, he doesn't seem to have anything, which is surprising. So we have one monster in the pendulum scale. Now, I know there's a line that I can go for Griffin plus something else, and I can recycle Griffin so I can use it later. I think it's probably gonna be Griffin and maybe Savant Thomas, because Savant Thomas can add one face-up GD pendulum monster to my hand. Oh, but from extra deck. Wait, from your extra deck to the hand. Okay, so it might not be this one. Let me just read the other ones real quick. This, once per turn, I want GD monster, make it level 4, whatever. This is not that big of a deal, but I could use this one too. If space summon a DD monster, you can target one DD monster in your graveyard. Any battle damage your opponent takes becomes half. Also space summon that monster. But I don't have a monster in the graveyard, which is, yeah, I mean, kind of a troublesome thing. So Cerberus is not good enough. Okay, I'm gonna choose Griffin. And I am gonna choose Thomas, probably. Okay, let's just do it this way and see how it goes. I'm literally just gonna click a couple of buttons here, but whatever. Now I'm gonna activate a Pendulum Summon. Okay, I actually figured out the line here. I'm gonna keep this in the hand to Fusion Summon. So summoning 1, then he has something. Is that an Nibiru? Did I summon 5 times? So 2, Gilgamesh 3, 4. No, I don't think it's 5 times, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Now if I do this, I think I'm gonna be able to pop it. Okay, and now I can use the Thomas, bring it back. All right, we're comboing. All right, I'm for the first time I'm doing something well. All right, we're going there. Now I can special summon it, go for the Xyz 4. We're doing it. All right, but what does he have, by the way? Like, something became activatable after a little bit of time. I don't know what it is, but whatever. Let's just summon the Caesar, because I do know this is how you're supposed to do it here. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with him, but we'll see. So, detach one material, and yeah, space summon from your graveyard as many monsters, destroy this turn, whatever, I don't care. I would assume I need to go for the Marksman King Tail, right? And then what was it? I link it off for the second Gilgamesh? Like, something along those lines would probably be a good idea. This also loses 1000 attack, inflict 1000 damage to your opponent, which, whatever. Detach one Xyz material from this card, target one face-up monster on the field, it loses 1000 attack in defense, and then inflict 1000. Well, I could do it for the 1000 damage, probably. I mean, it's like fine. So yeah, let's just try it out. So yeah, I'm gonna summon this, okay? And now I'm gonna activate the effect. Then I'm gonna have to summon Mechanics with Gilgamesh and then link off into the other Gilgamesh maybe to trigger the effect of Marksman King Tail and add one DD or Dark Contract to the hand. But the thing is, I'm only gonna add this card, which is not that big of a deal maybe. So yeah, I'm not sure. Also, I could activate Swirl Slime straight up and Fusion Summon. Actually, I can't. Oh, wait, I can't. Whatever, let's just start with this. I'm gonna detach one card. I've already used this card. This card is like, I mean, let's just detach this, I guess. I don't know. Target this, lose attack. I'm gonna do what I think would be right. Would it be right? I have no idea. So let's just go Machinex using this. Summon in attack mode, okay? And then we're gonna use these two to link off into Gilgamesh again so we can trigger the effect of Marksman King Tail. Okay, this is probably decent idea. Alright. And yeah, with King Tail, we're gonna have to grab a card. Oh, actually send a card. I would assume Necro Slime is the best one, right? Yeah, let's just do it. I mean, I guess this is a good idea. Now let's activate Necro Slime. So we're supposed to summon Gengish by using the slime, and also I would assume anything in the graveyard. It's not really that relevant, so let's just use this. And now we're gonna summon Gengish here. Okay, that's a decent enough idea. Now he does... Bro, what does he have? What the hell? You can just make the Gilgamesh with Gilgamesh. That way you don't waste the Machinex. Oh, okay. So, yeah, okay. So I should have made the Gilgamesh with just Gilgamesh. I shouldn't have wasted Machinex, sure. Well, I probably wasted one of them, but whatever. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna summon the second Machinex here, which, you know, that's not bad. Now we're gonna use the Gengish here to bring back a monster. And I think we're supposed to bring back this guy. However, I just realized there's a little bit of an issue. I don't play a third copy of him. So that makes it a little bit worse. Now I could go with the Caesar as well, which is also not a bad idea, but what am I gonna link off into if I go Caesar? I'm not sure. If this card space summon, you can add one DD card from your deck to your hand. Well, I'm just gonna use this then. I think Girfen is gonna be nice because it gives me more cards. But usually, I know if you have a third Gilgamesh, you're supposed to maybe go for Caesar, which I don't have, so yeah, whatever. And now we're gonna search something, but I have no idea what exactly. I mean, I guess the trap card is not that bad of an idea, maybe, because it's a good setup for an interruption. Other than that, we also have this, which is not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna go trap card because I think it's a good interruption. It's Griffin Search Headhunt. Okay, yeah, I mean, okay, I did the right thing. Nice, nice. And now I am gonna proceed to the battle phase because I have nothing else. Alright, so playing the Gilgamesh, the third Gilgamesh is actually a big deal here. Because I was supposed to link off again into Gilgamesh using this and add a Dark Contract this way. Right? I think something like that. But also, like, my Swirl Slime got completely dead for some reason. What did I do wrong with the Swirl Slime? This requires 2 DD monsters. Okay, I'm confused. If I use my DD Slime, why can't I fusion summon at the moment? Because I know I can fusion summon, right? Like, what is the problem here? I thought I can go for a second Gengish and then go for a Kai King Caesar, which apparently didn't work. If this card in your hand, fusion summon DDD monster, using monster from your hand as fuel. Oh, only from the hand? Oh man, I should have then searched a different card, not the Headhunt then. Okay, so apparently I should have searched something else, not the Headhunt, so I can activate the Slime. Ah man, that was a misplay. Swirl Slime is only hand. Yeah, definitely makes sense. Yeah, so I definitely should have searched a DD monster. That was on me again. Okay, but fair enough. I mean, the combo did go a little bit better. We're getting there. We're learning. We need to learn way more, but, you know. Alright, so this is not gonna be game. I mean, I feel really stupid for not getting game, even though it's kind of a clean one. But what does he have activatable here? I have no idea. There's like something activatable from like 5 minutes ago, and he still hasn't used it. Like, what it is? What is the card? Like the back row, the hand trap or something? I know it's not Nibiru. I know it's also not a Bestial because he couldn't use it beforehand and he also got it. There's not really another fusion worth making with Swirl. It's fine to just search Headhunt. Okay. Yeah, but with Swirl we can make the second Gengish and then go for the Caesar, right? I mean, if I were to go for a DD monster, I could fusion summon, go for second Gengish, have more than 8,000 damage, and if I don't win the game, just go Caesar, no? Isn't that how it works? Even though like Kid Hunt is a good interruption, I still think I could have done it. But yeah, okay, sure. I mean, he's gonna get the urgent schedule. Fine. Makes sense. So this is gonna be, I believe, maybe one Harvester and one of this guy. Oh, but he can't use the effect, so he's still gonna deal with everything on the field, which is good. Alright, well, that's cool. Target one card, destroy it. Well, I mean, I can't do anything about that, but now I'm gonna lose my mechanics. Come on, man, that is so stupid. Oh, man, what did I do? I shouldn't have destroyed that one, man. Okay, I kind of misplayed here a little bit, but keeping it on the field is also not the most incredible of ideas, right? So I guess I made a botch here a little bit, and yeah, whatever. True, if you just needed more damage, you can do that. Okay, yeah. I probably should have done that here, but whatever. It's irrelevant. Alright, so Goliath here is summoned. Now, I could use this, and I don't think it's a big deal whether I do it or not. I'm just gonna wait, because he still has his Machina Fortress in the grave. Maybe using this on the Machina Fortress or something that he can Xyz summon into is a better idea. Another heavy forward, that is very bad. Okay, yeah, definitely I am very pissed off because I could have summoned the Caesar here and have a better board, but man, come on. That was a bad one. So this is gonna tribute Earth Monster and special summon, but he also has Machina redeployment. Oh my god, dude. What is that consistency, bro? He has everything, what the hell? So many searches, and he's gonna go for the Uncla's pair, which means he's playing a pure Ash Machina build with like only machine monsters. Alright, so this is gonna be a free special summon, the other one is gonna be a normal summon, and I would assume he's gonna go for a fortress at some point to bring it back. And then he's also gonna send the other Machina monster that deals a lot of damage, maybe. Oh no, he dumped the gear frame to the grave, which is interesting. Don't target the level 7 guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna focus on like a Xyz play if he goes for something like that, you know. But we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, searching Citadel. I could also go for Citadel, by the way. I could also target Citadel. Alright. Linking off. Ancient Gear Ballista. That is a little annoying because it can get him additional extenders, but I'm just gonna allow that. I mean, my goal is to basically interrupt him when he finishes, but it's gonna be a little bit difficult to do that. So Gearbox gonna be an additional search for a Earth Machine. Maybe an Infinite Track monster just to have an additional Infinite Track play here. But he doesn't have his normal summon, so yeah. Thunder here is gonna go +2, so even though he might not win the game, going +2 is still gonna be annoying for me. And also he can use that to get rid of reduce a card to 0 attack, which is a little annoying. Yeah, sure, that's fine. All in all, I still think I have a chance. He can go at best for Fortress and for the Citadel, which is gonna be close to a little more than 8,000. But if I steal his Citadel, I think I'm gonna be fine, right? Especially if I wait for Citadel effect, and then afterwards I steal it, which would be, you know, decent enough. Summoning also the Anger Knuckle here. During main phase, you can send one monster from your hand or field to the grave, target one level 10 machine, and space summon it. So that's gonna bring back Citadel, I believe. Alright, pitching Citadel to bring back Fortress, that makes sense. Alright, sure. That's cool. Alright. And he also has the Trencher in the grave, which is gonna bring back a level 5 or lower monster. So he can use also Harvester again to get a search, which is a little annoying. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a longer combo because he can also summon the Harvester. He can also get a Search. He already has in the hand the one that draws cards, which is, which one was it? The Tunneler. And getting also a copy of, what is that? What is the name of this card? Brutal Dozer, okay. If this card Space Summon, you can Space Summon one Infinitrack monster from the deck. So this is gonna be 2 level 5s, which can go for Xyz 5. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I would assume he's gonna do. And also Goliath, of course, because he can also get it onto the Xyz. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be... What? This is it? You're not gonna summon... Wait, what? Why didn't he summon something else? That was so weird. I'm not even gonna bother using the Headhunt for now. I can also use Gilgamesh, by the way, to get a Dark Contract, and I'm gonna return this, which, I mean, why not, I guess. Alright, popping the Griffin, and that does nothing, and yeah, I mean, basically 25 more. And is this gonna be activatable? No, it's during the main phase only. So for some reason, he kinda just didn't go for the level 10, he didn't go for an Xyz 5. I don't know, seems to me as a little bit of a misplay. I think he didn't do the best thing he could, but... Top decking Cold by the Grave is actually very good to deal with Citadel, which is something that I really like. Now let's take 1000 damage. Okay. Now I'm gonna start by... Let's see. Let's start by activating the Dark Contract to get a search for a DDD monster. I am probably gonna have to go for the... Where is it? Maybe going for the Savant Copernicus is not a bad idea. It's either gonna be Kepler or the Copernicus. Kepler can get me an additional DD search for a Dark Contract, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But also, one cool thing is, you can target the DD monster you control, return... Oh no, never mind. I thought that it's in the graveyard too. Ah, man. Okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go for Copernicus because that can go for Lemia as well, and that could end up doing something good for us. Actually, no, Lemia is already in the banish zone. Alright, then what do I do? What the hell? Ortera doesn't do much. This guy doesn't do anything. This guy, does it do anything if I set it in a pendulum scale? Nah, not really. Okay. How do we do that? So I need to get a pendulum scale and I need to fusion summon. These are the two things that I gotta do. Now, I think literally just getting something to fusion summon with is probably not gonna be a bad idea by itself. So let's just grab, I guess, just a copy of whatever, I don't know. If I normal summon this now, it's gonna give me a Dark Contract, which can be a way to fusion summon. So I'm gonna normal summon it actually, wait. And later on I'm gonna use the effect of the... Wait, no, I misclicked. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. No! Oh, come on, man. Why does it have the second effect as well there? Oh man, okay, that was a... Let's just... That didn't happen. Let's just forget that happened, guys. That was a stupid misplay. Anyways, let's just use this now. I'm gonna return back the Griffin here. Oh my god, that was such a stupid misplay, guys. Oh, come on, man. I just misclicked. Okay, let's just use this. Whatever, I guess I can activate it. So, I'm gonna summon the Gilgamesh using these two guys here, which is probably not a bad idea, but I should have done it before going for another summon maybe, so that was on me. And yeah, I basically misplayed a lot of times. Let's just use Headhunt to try something out here. All I have to say, I kind of feel this will take a long time. For sure, I mean, listen, it's gonna take a while. Okay, you know what, whatever, dude, let's just ignore that. My god, this deck is just so difficult, what the hell. Oh, dude, some of these plays are so weird. And I feel like I need a third copy of Gilgamesh, hold on. I feel like a third Gilgamesh will be better. Let's just like cut the stupid Desiree, guys. I feel like we need the third Gilgamesh. And I'm gonna have to get the SR point for that. Alright, let's just get rid of something. I feel like the third Gilgamesh is definitely necessary here, so let's just get rid of something. What do I not need? I don't need this. I only care about one of it. I don't need this. It's just you need third copy of for basic combos. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I can feel that. I can feel that being a problem now. And, well, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna get rid of the Hita. For now, I'm not gonna need it anyways. Alright. Okay. So crafting a third copy of Gilgamesh, I believe, is a good idea because we just ended up needing it. A lot of the times, I could have comboed off a lot better if I were to have it. So, yeah, let's just give it a go with the third copy now. The problem, I do know the basic combos now. I kind of figured out some of them. I still have no idea when does the big Gilgamesh, the big Gengesh come up, and when do I summon the Synchro? And also one more thing, the one of the pendulums I don't know when to use, but whatever. Let's just try to do something here. All right, I know that this hand is actually pretty good for sure. So I think I'm gonna have a way bigger chance of winning this now. Let's go with Tract first of all. We're gonna get the Luri to the graveyard. This is, oh, Maxi, come on. Bro, I mean, against Maxi, like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna play into it. Whatever, let's just try to combo at the very least. So I'm gonna get, like, I guess one Engraver, because I can also spare someone Lacrimal from deck, which is whatever. Let's just pitch the Luri here. And I'm just gonna do my best. I'm probably gonna lose afterwards because I'm gonna give him, like, 20 draws, but... you know, it's definitely worth the try. Let's just go into Requiem. That's very nice. And my goal is to just get to Caesar as quickly as I can. So prioritizing Lacrima would be the good idea, to just so I can get to level 6 on the field. So I'm gonna do exactly that. Let's just send the Engraver. Let's activate the Engraver now. We're gonna basically shuffle back the Luri here. Get it. Okay. So I could fusion summon immediately, and that's probably not a bad idea, all things considered, because I can still go for my usual plays doing so, but I could also go sequence. The problem is sequence really doesn't do anything much for me, right? So maybe I don't necessarily need it, but on the flip side, I might actually end up utilizing it. So, okay, I am gonna go sequence now. Wait, I have an idea. I'm gonna go sequence. This is how I'm gonna get to my Caesar. And then later I'm gonna go Tract so I can fusion summon. Okay, never mind. 5th summon Nibiru. Bro, come on. What the hell? He just top decked it on the 5th summon. Oh my god, come on. Sure. Okay, let's just ignore that. Whatever. Well, in that case, let's go. Maybe Swirl Slime would be a nice card to start with. Let's just go Swirl Slime, I feel like. I'm gonna get the... If I were to get the Gengesh, what could that do? I wanna try it out with the big one. If another DD monster knows Space Summon, you can add one... you can target one DD monster in the game, Space Summon it. Once per turn when a spell or trap card or effect is activated, you can negate it. So I would assume this is not a bad idea. And it literally does the same thing as the usual Gengesh, except that it's a little bit better and it's not level 6. So I'm gonna summon it, right? And then I'm gonna go for the Dark Contract here. So that will give me a search. Now, the problem is, what do I get? If I were to get the Savant Kepler, I could extend a little bit more, but, you know, I'm just gonna get the fusion this way. Although, if I were to go for maybe, where is it? The Copernicus, I could mill to the graveyard either the Lamia or the Necro Slime, so I can continue going forward with the combos. So I guess that's not a bad idea to go for, really. Well, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go for Savant, I assume. Maybe that would be nice. Let's just do it. Now, one problem that I think my opponent kind of realized is the fact that when he summons the token, in the middle I cannot Pendulum Summon for 2, which is definitely hurting me a little bit here. Now, I'm actually gonna activate the effect of Swime to special summon the Copernicus because I can. So this is gonna be nice to mill, and also I'm gonna protect the mill with the Flame King, with the Flame High King Gengesh, which is nice. And I'm gonna bring back this guy. So even though I don't have like 2 Pendulum Summons, I still have one. So that means I need an extra extender to work with maybe. So I'm gonna think about that. Going for Necro Slime is a good idea because I do need 2 copies of Genghis to go for the Caesar. So I'm gonna prioritize that. Okay. Now this has an effect. Oh, wait. I can actually use it. Wait. Oh, wait. Target the... No, come on. Bro, I thought it says tribute a monster and I was about to tribute the token. What? I didn't know it says tribute a DD monster. I thought that it can tribute the token. Okay, I'm stupid. Whatever. I mean, I don't care. Okay. That was a very terrible thing to do. Now I cannot use this. Oh, come on, dude. Why am I lagging, dude? Why am I lagging? I could have also normal summoned Engraver and get rid of the stupid Nibiru token. And I didn't even do that. Okay, yeah, dude, I shouldn't have tribute the other monster, but okay, I'm gonna go now. Use 2 monsters to go for Gilgamesh. I should have kept on the field the Genghis, but now I cannot. Anyways, I figured out a way to do something, even though I misplayed like a complete bozo. Please don't imper me. Okay, thank God he didn't imper. So I'm gonna get Griffin, and I'm gonna get the Savant Thomas. Okay. Actually, wait, can I get something better? Maybe the Kepler, because that will allow me to Pendulum Summon this guy. Maybe that's a good idea because I'm gonna get 2 Pendulum Summons, and I don't know if that's a good idea though. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, it happens. No, I actually think I need to go for the Savant Thomas. I'm gonna go Griffin and I'm gonna go Savant Thomas now because I think that's the best way to do it. And now I can activate this, which is not bad. But first of all, let's Pendulum Summon for 1. Okay, I'm gonna summon this guy. Now I'm gonna activate my Griffin here, basically popping it to target whatever. And I'm gonna actually return it to the hand with the Thomas, which is not bad. Now I'll be able to go for the Xyz play, which I believe to be a pretty nice idea. So yeah, I mean, let's just do it this way. That's a combo that I kind of am aware of now after playing a couple of games, I believe. So as long as I don't get negated, I should be able to build a pretty decent field. Now this needs to be going into the Marksman King Tail, so I'm gonna do exactly that. Okay. Now I'm gonna link off 2 monsters to go for my second copy of Gilgamesh. This way I'm gonna trigger the effect of the Marksman King Tail, which is gonna grab me, I believe, a spell or a trap card, right? Oh no, actually no, it's gonna send a GD or a Dark Contract to grave. Okay, I didn't know that one. Oh, that's gonna get ashed. Well, that's fine. I mean, listen, I didn't really care about that effect, so I think that's not that big of a deal. All in all, I think it's fine. Now I'll be able to activate my Necro Slime here. So let's do that. Okay. That would be nice to fusion someone into the Genghis by using the slime and also using literally anything. I'm just gonna use like, you know, Koprik, whatever the name of this card was, to summon it. And yeah, that's cool. Now I am gonna go for my... Wait, what do I have in the graveyard? Oh, it's the Sequence and the Requiem. Okay, whatever. Let's summon now Divisor King Machinics. This will let me activate the effect of Genghis and bring back a monster, although I'm not sure what exactly I should target. Maybe I should target the Griffin because I'm gonna be able to use it, but is there a world in which I do something else? Maybe Caesar could be sent to add 1 Dark Contract. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it this way. I am gonna try it out this way, okay? Because I can link them off, go for the Gilgamesh. Okay, let's just do it a little bit quicker. And I can get this way the, what was it? The trap card. I don't know what the name of it was again, but whatever, it's just a decent trap card. So yeah, I think this is a good idea. If that gets negated, that will be a little sad, but whatever. Actually, no, the trap card is not available. What the hell? Okay, I guess I'm gonna go for the field spell. I have no idea what it does because I have 8 seconds. I mean, I'm just gonna click buttons really quickly. Okay, go okay. Bro, 5 seconds on the clock. Alright, so going for the XE6. Come on, just let me go into the stupid Caesar. Oh, 4, 3, 2. Oh my god, 3 seconds, 3 seconds. Dude, I gotta activate this as well. I have no idea what it does. 3 seconds, come on. We got it, we got it, we got it. Pass turn, pass turn. Please don't ask me any more questions. Pass turn. Oh my god, 1 second. 1 second. I'm probably gonna lose this game, but I did something cool. Alright, that was a decent field. Okay, Mechanics plus Caesar, I believe, is a decent field. This should have been the trap card, but for some reason I couldn't get it. Let me just read. Is this searching only a spell? No. For some reason I couldn't get the trap card. I can use Lacrima, but I don't care. He's gonna activate his Nightmare Unicorn, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with that. Oh, this is sad. Okay, stop asking me about the Lacrima, dude. I don't have time about Lacrima. I can't worry about that. So yeah, I mean, where's the trap card? What did I do with the trap card? Why didn't I search it? I'm confused. This card is supposed to get me... Oh, because it's not a Dark Contract, it's a DD card. Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay, I didn't know that. Here. Yeah, sure. Diablo Star, I guess, that's fine. Alright. Yep. Not gonna get it. Not gonna suck it. That was like... Okay, that was really just... That was just PG. Okay, Snake Eye. This is a removal. I shouldn't have said that. That's just gonna remove my monster. Come on, dude. Come on. What am I supposed to do against this? I have no solid negates. This deck doesn't even set up one solid negate. Oh no, actually, wait. If I didn't waste my additional body, I could have had also the Kai King Gengish, and then I would have had a spell or trap card negate. But I'm stupid. I just misplayed. Okay. I would have had a spell or trap card negation for that scenario, but whatever. Whatever. It happens. I mean, it should have been on the field. The Genghis should have been on the field. Okay, this is now gonna... I mean, listen. This was a nice game to test the combos, but we just lose. I mean, there's nothing we can do against Maxi. So, alright. This was, I believe, the best game so far in which I misplayed only once and played through interruptions fairly well. We can all, I believe we can all agree on that. That was a little bit better. We're getting there slowly. We're learning the combo slowly. The only thing I didn't know is the fact that the trap card is not Dark Contract. It's just a DD card, which means you cannot search it with the Caesar, with the rank 4 Caesar guy. So that's a little bit annoying. Okay, let's start by activating Maxi here, and again for a third time in the draw phase. Wow, it will actually resolve. Nice. For one time we get to resolve this. Alright. Oh, that's gonna be such a hard Ash Blossom here. There's no way I'm gonna let him combo with Fusion Deployment. I mean, he has probably other things, but that's at least something that I can do. Alright, that's Alubor. I mean, to be expected. Well, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna draw a bunch of cards and that's it. Whatever. I would have loved to negate the Branded Fusion, but of course, I decided to go for Fusion Deployment because it's also not a bad card to negate. By the way, Branded Fusion is now at 2, which is something that I just forgot about. I thought that it's still at 1. But yeah, I remember that they had a bandless where they made it at 2. By the way, getting Imperm right now for the top deck would be such a good thing to do, to get, because I can negate the Lubellium. Can I draw an Imperm? Maybe. Nope, not an Imperm. Okay, I mean, whatever. Did you say Nightmare Unicorn? No. I haven't said anything. I not even remotely what I've said. Like, wait, what? What is? Huh? What is Christia doing here? What the hell? Is there a way to summon this? Drawing Kalemia. Okay, I mean, that's an extender. And why did you summon this guy and not the Mirror Jade? I'm so confused. I am so confused. Oh, he's gonna target the Christia. Oh, come on. Why are we playing some nasty decks again? Come on, dude. Come on, why are we playing some nasty stuff? Oh, but I do have the Cold Bind. Nope. Nope. Not gonna happen, dude. Not gonna happen. That is so good now. Okay. That actually came up. That actually came up. That is great. I mean, listen. No Christia for you, bro. Okay. Now I can play the game freely. Now I'm safe. I was about to get a little bit floodgated there. Excuse me, can I play? He's really thinking about something. Well, it's so satisfying negating the Christia this way. It was almost as if I negated the gimmick puppet nightmare. It was almost as satisfying. All right, here we're probably we should probably set this in the pen. No, actually, no. I would assume with DDDs. I think with DDDs it's not a good idea to set the pendulums hard, except to basically go for them if our Gilgamesh gets negated. So I'm not gonna set anything in the pendulum skills for that reason. Let's just start by Let's just start by getting a search with the dark contract with the gate, because maybe he's gonna eat an interruption or something. We'll see. Alright, let's go dark contract here. We're gonna get the search there. And if that gets negated, it's fine. But, you know, it would be nice to get it. I already have the slime. I already have everything I need. I don't have the Savant Kepler, which is a good normal summon. So maybe I can prioritize Savant Kepler as a decent normal summon. That would be nice. Also, I could go Griffin for an extender. That would be also an interesting idea. You know what? I'm just gonna go Savant Kepler. I'm gonna try it out this way because I think there's a line to also fusion summon more times. But before that, I am gonna activate my Swirl Slime, which is gonna allow me to fusion summon. And I'm gonna go into my I'm gonna go into my Flame Hiking Gilgamesh because Gilgamesh. Wait. I'm just gonna go for the big Genghis because that will stop the back row from activating, which is a very good idea. And we're gonna use these two, which is, I would assume this is a very good idea in general. So, yep. Now we have protection, which is very nice. From there, I'm just gonna normal summon Savant Kepler, and I do have an extender, which is also good. And I could also special summon it, by the way. So let's just actually special summon it. I mean, it doesn't hurt to do it, so might as well just utilize the effect of slime. This card is actually, by the way, very good. Like, I've seen some people playing only one copy of slime. I don't get why. I think this card is absolutely incredible. I think it's so good. Let's go chaining 1 Dark Contract Search, and let's go chaining 2 to protect the search and also bring back the level 8 guy, which is very nice. Is this guy gonna have a cool effect? Target 1 DDD monster in your graveyard space summon. Well, I mean, maybe I should have summoned another DDD monster there before I activated that, but whatever. Let's just get a search now for the fusion, which is not bad. Okay. Now I am going to use that maybe. Tribute one other GD monster, type 1 monster on the field. Banish it. Would I... Oh, but it says target. Okay, if that wasn't a targeting effect, I would have used it on the Albion, but now that I think about it, because it's targeting, I feel like it's just a little bit underwhelming. So I'm just gonna go for the link to Gilgamesh. This is still nice. I mean, all in all, it looks pretty great to me. Now let's use Gilgamesh here. That will be very decent as a play. This can also fusion summon from extra deck using monster from your hand or field. Alright, it's good to know that. I would probably have to use it at some point. So I do want to get Griffin, and I would also like to get maybe the Cerberus here, which would be pretty okay, I guess. Or maybe I could also get this guy. Maybe I could do it. I mean, let's just see if that would come up as a normal summon here. You can target 1 DD monster in your pendulum zone, destroy that card, and if you do space summon 1 level 8 DDD monster from your deck. But for the rest of the turn, okay, so it's not really that big of a deal. Orthrus is also interesting. Target 1 Spare Chop card on the field and 1 other DD or Dark Contract card, destroy them both. Okay, but I do have negation for that, so that's okay. So I feel like Griffin and maybe Savant Kepler is actually not terrible. Because it's a big scale, but, you know, I mean... Yeah, I'm actually gonna go Savant Kepler because it's a big enough scale to the point where I can pendulum summon both of these guys right here. So I definitely like that. So let's just use this. Pendulum summon. Wait, what? Oh, I have only Savant Kepler there? Wait. Can I get more than that there? I could get the Griffin, but yeah, whatever. Actually, I'm just gonna pendulum summon regardless. Let's do this. If I pendulum summon this... It's still not terrible, but I don't think I need to. But hey, I mean, it's a free body and it's also level 6, so let's do it. Let's just do it, whatever. Maybe that's a misplay, but we'll just figure it out, I guess. Now I'm gonna... I could use this. Okay, this is the point where I have opportunities and I'm gonna misplay, just so you know. Let's send the Dark Contract to the grave with the Lamia, because that would be a nice way to synchro summon. I think this is not bad. Okay, this is so confusing. Oh wait, I cannot synchro summon? Wait, isn't that level 9? Oh, it's level 8. Okay, well, in that case, I guess I'm just gonna go for the Dark Contract with the gate, or actually, I could also use this to pop beforehand. Dude, this is so confusing. I'm just gonna misplay. I can already feel that. Let's just banish, get rid of one card. I gotta dissect the feud, but I have no idea how. I was at the moment you played against Nikai and you said knife me unicorn. Oh, okay, yeah, by the way, I might have done that. Yeah. So I'm gonna banish the Lubellion, which is probably not bad. Let's also go with the Dark Contract here. Dude, the problem is I just have no idea where this is supposed to go as a combo. Let's just use it. Yeah, but I should have killed the Lamia so I can summon it. So I can summon it before the actual fusion summon. Pardon me. I should have kept the Lamia so I can fusion summon and then utilize it, but I made a misplay. So that fusion summon here literally accomplishes like nothing almost. So yeah, pretty bad idea if you ask me. Now I'm gonna go mechanics using that. This won't really do much for me because I don't have a target in the grave. Yeah, that was definitely not how I was supposed to do it. Okay, that was just a misplay here. I mean, dude, when you have so many opportunities in different avenues, it is so easy to misplay. It's just unreal. Like, for sure, it's just so difficult. I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna target. This is definitely not good. I should have gotten game now and I didn't. Alright, well, let's just clear the field. Apparently, I just misplayed and yeah. Oh no, come on, man. You really have the super poly? Not only am I gonna misplay, but I'm gonna get super polyed. Wow. Okay. This is by far the worst thing it could have possibly happened. Okay. Whatever. You know what? Now I just lose. Okay, that was... Wait, I gotta look it up. Hold on. I'm gonna go into the replays and I'm gonna figure out what I did wrong here because I need to know how I could have done it better. Alright, now, if there's any DDD player here, guys, let me know. Let me know if something that could have been done differently. Alright? Let's just see how I misplayed. Alright. Let's just quickly go through it, whatever. Yeah, I should have probably kept my Ash here, but that's besides the point. Right? Right. So far, so good. Ah, man, I'm gonna have to learn from that replay. Let me just focus. So that was the field, and my hand looks good. I am sure that it's a good hand. That is called by, which is incredible. And now here, let me see. So I think this play is right because that can get me the other Dark Contract, which allows me to fusion summon. So in an alternative scenario in which I fusion summon, I can technically get an additional body with Gilgamesh. Now, I would assume this is completely unnecessary. Pardon me, with Genghis, not Gilgamesh. I would assume this is completely unnecessary because it just doesn't, like, it doesn't make things a lot better in terms of a combo. So if I were to not do that, I could have gotten a different monster. Now, what would be a good target? I don't think any pendulum would have been a good target. So maybe Griffin would have been nice, just as an additional extender. That could have been a little bit functional there. But yeah, Ortrus not very good. Yeah, I mean, I would probably say maybe either Savant Kepler or the other one would have been great, right? None of the other targets make sense. So yeah, okay, whatever. So here I fusion summon, and that was a good play because I am protected from any spell or trap card except Super Poly, which he had, but whatever. Now I normal special summon from hand, which is, I would assume, a good move because it's just free. And then we're gonna bring back, which is also protecting the Surge. All in all, not a bad thing to happen. Now, I don't think there was a way in which I could get the Ragnarok effect to actually trigger and bring back a DDD. Maybe I could have, you should normal summon the level 1 instead of summoning her with her effect. What? I just special summon it with the slime. I don't think it's a problem. I guess slime can also be used to summon any other DD monster as well. Maybe that's what you're trying to tell me, but you know. So yeah, I think I should have kept the Gilgamesh, the Genghis, pardon me, effect for later in the combo, so I can bring it back. I can bring back this guy and utilize it. Maybe. Okay, we'll see. So we go Gilgamesh. So far, I mean, it's still fine. I think that the board's still fine, you know. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. Now here, okay. So the reason why I went for Kepler and Griffin was because I wanted to Pendulum Summon for 2. Technically, I wanted to go for Oblivion King Ragnarok and this guy. Now, this probably wasn't necessary because, like, I didn't really do anything with these two bodies, which is, you know, one thing to keep in mind. By the way, we just want to check something real quick. Is there a world in which, by the way, I can utilize this card? Because I literally could have summoned it right now. Actually, no, I couldn't have this as a DDD. Okay, anyways. So here, what skills would have been better? Cerberus is not, Orthrus is not terrible because it can force a back row, yada yada. Before the moment they use Super Poly. Oh, okay. I'll see it when that happens. What else could have I done? This guy, is this guy any good for the pendulum effect here? Nah, I mean, this doesn't really make a difference whether I use it or not, right? So it's not that big of a deal whether I use this guy. So it's not really gonna matter too much. Cerberus was a target that I could have used to change the level to level 4, effectively giving me an opportunity to go for rank 4, although it's still not possible because I have 0 level 4s. I wanted to go for Griffin because my goal was to pop the Griffin, set to the scale the Thomas, and with Thomas bring back Griffin. But then I realized that I can literally just summon Thomas and it's the same thing, it's still an extender, right? So yeah, I think here I kind of botched things a little bit. The one thing I could have done differently was activate the Dark Contract to fusion summon so I can bring back an additional monster at least. But again, it's also not that big of a deal. So yeah, I mean, I think I misplayed here. I should have done something else, but I don't know what. Then GD Lamia special. This is literally worthless because I just realized that I cannot go for synchro play. And then I just decided to pop because why not? And that was like a complete misplay. Like here, I just didn't know what to do and I just did that. I didn't have target in the graveyard to bring back, so yeah. Overall, pretty bad. So that was kind of what happened. Yeah. I mean, I think that was just like a little bit horrible there. Wait a second. Okay, anyways, I think everything is correct here. Here you can normal summon her instead, then use her effect. Okay, well, maybe I should have done that in such case. But again, I mean, I think I just, like, the extender didn't really do much. It wasn't that efficient of a play. Now, I want to take a look at something actually. Can I make the deck a little more flexible in terms of cards? No, not really. Okay, anyways, let's just give it another go. Yeah, maybe that was... I think the pendulum scaling was the problem too. And the levels were really inconvenient because I didn't have any level 6, any level 4, and I only had level 8. And quite frankly, I have no level 8 play with the cards, right? I have no Xyz play, I have no Link play, so yeah. And there's nothing really to be added as a level 8 line, like an Xyz 8 line, I believe. Like, yeah. Yeah, I think I couldn't have done much of a different line there. Maybe I could have. Maybe I could include this guy. By the way, let me just read it. Nah, this is not that great of a card. Okay, anyways. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was kind of a problem that the bodies weren't effective enough as levels. That was a thing. That was definitely the problem there. I think prioritizing level 4s and level 6s would be better than going for the level 8s. But I mean, listen, I kind of had a pretty rough hand there too, so... Anyways. This is gonna be another branded with alternative art, but no alternative art Cartesia. But he has the Fallen Foul Bass. By the way, throwback to the moment I pulled all 4 alternative arts in the previous stream. That was definitely a good one. That was definitely fun. I haven't had better luck probably ever. Like, seriously. Okay, so that's Pringan's kit. I mean, whatever. Just a discard. This is gonna be a pretty standard board. There's gonna be Mirror Jade with Lubellion and then Granguno. I can deal with that, especially when I have Engraver in my opening hand. But the Pinchmate engine does help if we get access. Oh my god, I am stupid. I didn't include a Moon into the deck, but oh no, actually, wait. I don't need Moon, right? Because I do get locked into DDDs pretty early in the combos. So yeah, okay, no, whatever. I guess we don't need Moon that badly. I thought about it, but you know, Moon is like a good card, but we don't link someone into it. It's not like we prioritize it. So let's wait. What are you going to do this time? I'm gonna start with Engraver. And then I'm gonna go for the Finchmate place. And I don't have Desiree now though. Oh well. Oh man, this is bad. Well, I guess I can go for Lacrima into Engraver. With Engraver, use Requiem so I can force the Mirror Jade. And then potentially go for XC6 or just have a free body to utilize. And I'll go with the GD plays from there. I'm gonna like activate Slime. Maybe to fusion summon, but no, actually no. I can normal summon Slime and special Griffin so I can link off in the worst possible case scenario here. Okay. Yeah, I think I have a pretty decent idea what to do, but depends on the board. The extra deck is tight already. Yeah, it is. Playing Desiree is actually a good idea if you were to start with Finchmate plays, because you just have like a protection a little bit in case something gets activated, but it's very rarely gonna come up. So that's why I cut it. I think it's not that important. So this is Foolish Burial now. I mean, this is kind of a ridiculously good combo for him. He has Titanic Clad in the grave for what was it? Guiding Queen, Mirror Jade, and Grangino, which can also float into the Despian Queritis. So yeah, I mean, 3 to 4 interruptions is gonna be the maximum amount he can set up. Alright, yeah, that's fair. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I have an idea how to win this. I'm gonna walk you through what I'm gonna do here. I think this would be good. Okay. What is he gonna send, by the way? He already has Fallen of Albaz there. Oh, Golden Sword Soul. Maybe, I mean, it makes sense. Not a bad card. And he's also gonna set the branded banishment. No, branded in red. Okay. He chose to go for the spell, not the trap. Whatever. Alright, let's see what I top deck. Well, this is not that good. I already have Griffin. So this is the standard branded. So this is just the standard branded field. I would assume starting with Engraver is just the best idea, because if I were to utilize anything else afterwards, I would at least use up an interruption. Basically, I'm gonna start with Fiendsmith so I can use up an interruption they have. So Engraver, Chaining Opening, that will give him a search, a special summon, pardon me, but that's really not that big of a deal. Actually, no, he's gonna go for a search for strategy, which is interesting. Because he can discard it as well, that's why he does it probably. Alright, so I'm gonna go track now, and I'm gonna fusion summon. I'm gonna search the Lacrima, I guess, and go for the Fabled Luri, so I can special summon. But the thing is, here I am just gonna go for Lacrima and special summon it, because, like, dude, I have no other target to search, so I'm just gonna special summon Lacrima from the hand. This is one of the worst lines here, because I don't like having Lacrima in the hand and then special summoning it, but I have no other choice, so I'm just gonna do it this way. You don't play Branded anymore? No, today we're playing DDD. We're learning DDD. Chaining Grangono immediately to summon something else, like Queritis. I believe this would be the summon. Yeah, it's just Queritis. It's fine. He could get rid of my Luri, by the way. That's also a possibility. Chaining the Golden Sword Soul, which can special summon a light spellcaster monster. So what are you gonna target with that? He has in the graveyard the Cartesia. Alright, so he's gonna bring back. He's gonna return the Cartesia, and now he can also use it, I believe, but whatever. Mirror Jade is now gonna banish, which is actually pretty interesting. I thought he's gonna wait, but no, never mind. The cool thing is now, I can just commit my normal summon for Lacrima. I still believe it's a fine idea, because I don't need my normal summon for the DDD cards. Now, if that gets negated, that will be a little annoying, because I won't be able to access Fiendsmith very well, but we'll see. It's still actually possible to access it, though. Alright, I guess he's thinking about something. Oh, chaining the Mercury to negate it. Well, that's a little bit of a problem, but it's fine. As long as I can link it off, it's also okay. Chaining Blazing Cartesia to fusion summon as well. I am interested in what he's gonna go into, actually. Alright, using the Mirror Jade and also the Tragedy to summon a Drago's Tapelia. Okay, well, that's an interesting way to get an additional interruption there. Also, Tragedy is gonna use its effect. If you play True Tract, you can use Tract at Engraver, then discard Luri. Oh yeah, but I don't have the Tract second one, I play only one. Also, he's gonna go Guiding Quem as well as Branded Lost. Alright, he's definitely comboing off here. And also Tragedy. Okay, sure. Whatever, I haven't even done anything and he already used like 10,000 interruptions. Search Alubar, sure. Okay. Bring back Mirror Jade, that's fine as well. And also add to hand another copy of Mercurier. Alright, so far so good. I really don't care about any of these cards. Let's just link off into Requiem, because that's literally what we're gonna need. I mean, it's still fine. Now, if I were to use up another interruption, that would be very nice as well. So maybe he's gonna use like the Drago's Tapelia at some point. But we'll see. I'm gonna force out the Drago's Tapelia for sure anyways. Alright, summoning Engraver here, and then I'm gonna go for the Requiem and basically force out this thing right here. So let's just equip with the Requiem. Okay. Now he's gonna chain Mirror Jade. Alright, well yeah, I mean that's possible. Is there any way to stop Mirror Jade? No. There isn't. Alright, so now he's gonna banish my monster with Mirror Jade, which is a little nasty, but hey, it is what it is. Now I'm gonna go activate my second Engraver here, and I'm gonna shuffle actually the Lacrima, because that will still summon Requiem and it will still force out an interruption. So literally Faintsmith forced out almost every interruption he has, which is just ridiculous, by the way. Actually, no, I cannot equip the Requiem, pardon me, I'm just gonna get an additional body. Well, I mean, still, level 6 body to level 6 body. I summoned it in the wrongest zone possible, by the way. That was a really bad idea. But, I mean, I guess that's... I mean, it's fine. I think this is fine. Let's just combo off. I think about destroying it and sending it to the graveyard and cold buy it. Yeah, but I don't have one. Cold buy can stop it, but I don't have it, you know? Alright, so I'm gonna summon the Gengish by using the Slime and also one copy of Griffin, so that's nice. And then I'm gonna special summon Griffin, bring back a monster, and immediately go for the Caesar, because that will at least free some space and also give me additional place. By the way, that was rhyming, that was a pretty good rhyme as well. So yeah, he has Drago Stapelia, he also has the Branded in Red and the Queritis, so we gotta be patient and wait for these as well. Now let's activate the Gengish and bring back to the field another copy of Griffin. Chaining Drago Stapelia to negate that, which is a little annoying, but whatever, I guess. Sure. Alright, now that puts me in a little bit of an awkward scenario, because Engraver now shouldn't have been here. I should have basically summoned it somewhere else, so I can now go into Gilgamesh using these two, so I made a small misplay technically. And now he's also gonna get the Albion, the Shrouded Dragon here. Sure. Maybe the trap can steal it. Yeah, but we're not gonna get to that point. Alright, summoning Guardian Chimera as well, which means it literally doesn't matter where I summon the Engraver. He's just gonna get rid of everything I have, which is so ridiculous. Well, I mean, I think we lose the game now. There's nothing else we can do. Alright, that was like trillion amount of interruptions, and then there's nothing I'm supposed to do here. I can't do anything about it. It's like, bro, how do you get so many interruptions? What the hell? I literally used up like 4 or 5 interruptions with just Faintsmith cards, and he has more. It's just so stacked. Not gonna lie, I don't understand a single card effect. Never read DD monsters. Yeah, that's why we're learning it today, because I also don't know them. And I'm getting there, I'm slowly learning them. It's taking me a while, but... Alright, come on. Let's build a good field. Okay, that seemed like a decent hand. Alright, that hand looks pretty decent, so I'm gonna do a couple of very cool things. Let's start with the Dark Contract here. We're gonna get a nice little search. Now, I am actually gonna go and search the... where is it? The mill one. The Savant. Copernicus. Alright, now we're gonna normal summon it. And the reason for that is because I just want to go for Lamia and have 2 extenders to work with, basically. And I'm also gonna use the effect of Lamia, of course. And I'm gonna be pitching to the graveyard the Orthrus, which I feel like it's not that bad of a card to send. I could have also sent the Dark Contract, by the way, which also was a possibility. Maybe I should have done that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just clicking buttons real quick here, so maybe I misplayed a little bit. Pardon me for that, I guess. Let's activate now the Gilgamesh, and now I have some couple of opportunities here. So I want to go for either Griffin plus another guy. But let's see. So I'm gonna go Savant Kepler for sure, and I'm also gonna go Griffin because I feel like that's a good idea. Okay. Now I'm gonna first of all Pendulum Summon, which is gonna be 1, and then I'm gonna Pendulum Summon for Griffin, which is the second one. Okay. So that already gives me 2 level 4 bodies, which is not bad, of course. Now we're also gonna use that, basically get a DD or Dark Contract, actually by discarding Savant Thomas. Why did I do that again? I kind of thought about keeping it. Okay. Honestly, I thought about keeping it and I just didn't read the effect fully. I thought I can send this card from the field to the graveyard, but I'm stupid. Never mind. Okay, I mean, that was another misplay there because I was just rushing it a little too much. So yeah, this was because I just didn't use my brain at all to read cards. Okay, let's just start reading, I guess. Let's go for the usual Marksman King Tail play here. Now here, I am gonna be linking up two monsters, so I can trigger the effect of Marksman King Tail. I feel a little stupid because I definitely could have had more bodies to work with now, but, you know, I kind of just misplayed a little bit there. Now we're gonna send to the graveyard a card. I would go for a Necro Slime because it's a way to fusion summon, so I would assume that's a good idea. Let's activate the Necro Slime now, and we're gonna basically go for the big hiking Gengish. If I go for the small Gengish, that could be decent to go for Xyz play, but I'm gonna go for the big one because it's still a nice interruption and I think it's not a bad idea. So let's just do that and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Alright, summoning this, and now we're gonna go and summon the Machinics, which I believe will be it. Definitely, I could have done more, I can guarantee you that, but I just, yeah, I mean, I kind of just misplayed. I can also bring back the Caesar actually, which is not a bad idea as well, to add one Dark Contract. Or, can I use this more than once per turn, by the way? I could also use second copy of King Tail to mill another card, although I don't really think there's a proper target for that. I've already used the effect of the Griffin, so that doesn't really matter. And I've already used that card's effect, so it also doesn't matter. Well, I mean, I guess I could go for Caesar. I mean, let's just do that. It's a little bit of extra value, and it does waste the mechanic, but I'm gonna do it just to see if that will just to see if it will matter, basically. Maybe it won't matter, but we'll see. So let's go for the second copy of mechanics after we activate Caesar, though. We're gonna get a search for, I guess this is a cool card then, and maybe it could come up. I mean, let's just do it. Okay, maybe getting a follow-up would be a little bit better, but whatever. And now I'm basically gonna go into the mechanics anyways, and all I did was just get the field spell, and that was all. Which, I mean, I guess it's okay, but yeah, it's probably underwhelming. Now, one thing I should have done right, I should have kept in my hand the Orthrus, alright, because I wanted to actually send to the graveyard the contract in the beginning of my turn when I activated the effect of my Lamia, and then I could have discarded the Orthrus so that I keep the actual level 8 Savant Thomas, and then I could have popped the GD Griffin and get it back with the Savant Thomas and special summon it, which would have given me more plays, I would assume. So that's what I could have done better. But again, I did misplay a little bit, as I said. But I'm getting there. I'm understanding the basics of it now because, you know, after some gameplay, I did understand some of the things that I did. Literally realizing that I'm misplaying is already a little bit of an achievement, so I'll take it. The only one I know is DD High Wave King Caesar. Yeah, and also the Machinics maybe. These are the two that most people know because they're used in multiple decks. If you want send Spell Chop to the graveyard, I mean, you can play Foolish Gods. No, I just wanted to use it as a cost and not have to discard my Orthrus. That was my misplay there. I kind of made a misplay with that. Alright, that's gonna be Rescue Cat, funnily enough. I mean, I could just imperm it from now, which is probably not a bad idea. Let's just do it, I guess. I would like to imperm it on the effect, but the problem is he's just gonna send it to the graveyard, so, you know, whatever. He can still use the effect of Keras at some point, so I'm gonna be careful about that. I thought it has a graveyard effect. No, it doesn't. But yeah, I mean, a lot of these cards are a little bit complicated to work with. It's just that you can activate a lot of things and you gotta make a right choice. Alright, Link summoning into Tryhard, which is very stupid card. I really hate this card, by the way. Dude, this is such a... Oh, I hate this card. I should have kept my Imperm for that, actually, maybe. Maybe I just should have kept the stupid Imperm, guys. Alright, let's go mechanics now. I'm gonna suck the Scarecrow Reinhardt at the very least. Okay, and I'm gonna be destroying this one. And now I'll be able to activate the effect of it, which is gonna give me a little bit of a follow-up there. Not bad. All right, let's use that. And now I'm gonna get into the Kiana card, but never mind. Why does he use Cold Buy? Okay, that's a little bit weird, but sure. Targeting my Gilgamesh. Oh, okay, so he wants me to not have access to Gilgamesh. Well, I mean, the effect won't be activatable next turn due to that. So, I don't know if I should really return it to the hand. Maybe I shouldn't, but the question is, how do I deal with the stupid tryhard? I don't really know how to deal with the tryhard here, if I'm being completely honest with you, so I guess I could go for this. I'm gonna go for Griffin, because there might be a scenario in which it will come up, and I think it might be able to get a search for something useful. What does your extra deck look like? Like this. Basically Fiendsmith and DDDs, and that's it. Pretty simple, really. And also activating Scarecrow Defanging. Okay, sure. This is a continuous spell that allows him to destroy one card on the field, which is very problematic, dealing with my mechanics. And why did he banish his own tryhard? Wait, what? Does it return? He banished his own Reinhardt and oh my god, he misplayed. That was so stupid. Okay, that was just... Oh man. That was just such a big misplay from him. Okay, anyways. I don't know what he did here, but... I think he wanted to banish the Scarecrow monster below it, not the actual Link one. But yeah. Alright. Next DDD game. I'm waiting for the game in which I will combo off perfectly, dude. That is gonna be a fun one. That is a pretty bad hand, I'm gonna be honest. So I know that this hand isn't great, but there's still plays I can go for. So I'm gonna start with Engraver, get a search for Tract, and my hand is literally gonna be just a full Fiendsmith combo into Caesar, and then literally just going for the High King Genghis, and that's probably gonna be it. So let's get a search for Luri now, and start the Fiendsmith line, I guess. And I also have the Headhunt, which is not bad. Okay. Let's hope he has no interruptions, at the very least. Right? Let's also use that. Summon Lacrima. Do you plan building Mimigul deck? Yeah, tomorrow I will be live streaming and playing Mimigul and basically the new pack with like Crystron and you know, all the other cards basically, yeah. I am gonna be building the Mimigul deck. Tomorrow's live stream will be very fun with the new cards, by the way. For sure. Alright. Alright, so now I'm gonna activate Tract instead of going for Sequence, because there's really no point going for Sequence. And I'm just gonna Fusion Summon into Lacrima straight up and go for the Engraver as well. And yeah, it's just gonna be standard board with like 2 to 3 interruptions. But I don't think it's a bad idea, right? It's just a standard how it works. I don't really have an incredible hand, so this is kind of all I can really pull off for now. So let's bring back the Engraver here. Pretty good stuff. And now we're gonna go and summon the Caesar, basically using these two. And that will be 2 interruptions, potentially, right? Now on top of that, I'm gonna be activating my Swirl Slime. And actually I should have used it before I summoned the Caesar, but I just realized it, because then I would have gotten an additional summon, right? I could have used the effect of my Genghis and bring back a monster from the graveyard, which would have been pretty good, because I could bring back like this guy. And yeah, maybe I should have done that. But, you know, this guy is overall not that important anyway, so I think this is okay. It's minimalistic, but at least I didn't make a misplay, so I'll take it. Do you have enough diamonds to build all of that? Building one deck already expensive? I have plenty of gems in my account, so yeah. I mean, I have like 6-7k. I'll be able to build most of the decks, so I do have some crafting points as well. But we'll see. I'm probably not gonna build like every deck. I'm gonna try to build most decks. They're probably gonna be expensive because... actually, I'm not sure, but Mimigul is probably gonna have at least 2 or 3 URs, maybe even more, I would assume. I'm mostly excited about the Crystron cards. Crystrons are definitely the deck that I want to play. That will be very fun, because I know how to like have fun with Crystrons. I've played them so much. and it will be great. And I can tell you the new support for crystals is actually really good. Like genuinely speaking, really good. No joke. It has so many good lines, and it's just so much more consistent now with the continuous spell, with the new Sufa Dax or Sufa Drax, something like that. Sulfador, pardon me. The new Sulfador is actually great too, and yeah, definitely a good deck. You must be guessing how long you're gonna take Malice. Oh, can I guess how long it will take approximately for Malice to come out? No idea. I have no idea. I thought that it's gonna happen soon, but you know, maybe not this maybe not this pack. Maybe next two or like 1 or 2 packs. I think maybe in 1 or 2 packs it will come out, or at the very least we're gonna see Raizio. Like either Malice or Raizio probably in a couple of packs should come out. Like 1, 2, maybe 3, because the decks are pretty old now. Probably, I mean. Alright, so I'm gonna wait. I do have one more interruption here. So yeah, that's fine. Alright, that's Talon, pretty bad. Take control. Sure, that's fine. Hopefully, after I done building Malice, then I can have the freedom to build any deck I wanted. Yeah, I mean, you don't need to necessarily wait for Malice that long, but I don't know how expensive Malice will be, but because it's a good deck, it's probably gonna be a little bit more expensive. Let's steal my own monster here, because I don't want to lose both of them. I would rather lose only one. It's so funny stealing back my own monster, by the way. It's like so hilarious, man. But, you know, it is what it is. I do have a follow-up, which is good. Wait, this enable... He can negate it? You gotta be kidding me, dude. He can negate it now because he stole it from me and now it has the effect available even though he dropleted it? Ah. Okay, I didn't know this is how it works. No, wait, what? Never mind. Well, I mean, I guess it doesn't work like that. He just pressed it because it was shining in yellow. That's literally what he did here. Alright, so I'm gonna lose my Genghis, which is fine. All in all, this is decent. It's not the end of the world. And also the max Metamorph, which is expected. Yeah. If you use the effect and opponent steal it, opponent can use it. No, it can't. But yeah, I mean, I thought that it could because he used it. But yeah, apparently it can't. Alright, that's fine. I guess I'm just gonna lose my whole field. Let's go Chainlink 1, add 1 Dark Contract to the hand, Chainlink 2 Lacrima, and shuffle 1 Engraver to deal 1200. Both of which are gonna be pretty important effects. Okay. I learned it because my opponent stole Desiree from me once, and yeah, that makes me losing the game. Okay. I'm gonna get, I guess, this card Dark Contract because I already have the other one, so still fine, I guess. Alright. Let's activate my Lacrima here. I'm gonna bring back the Requiem. Probably after 2 to 3 months, because we're still missing 6 Samurai. Yeah, probably, yeah, you're right. They're probably gonna be the new support for these decks, and then they're gonna come out at some point. Let's use Engraver first of all. Shuffle back the Lacrima. Okay. Sure. Now I'm gonna go Sequence. Right. And then I'm gonna activate my Sequence to Fusion Summon, which should get negated. I would assume. So I've used already the Engraver, but I think it's... I should have actually used Requiem to special summon Lacrima at the very least. I kind of made a botch there. Yeah, maybe I kind of made a botch there. But I'm probably gonna summon a DDD monster anyways. I mean, I would prefer to summon a DDD monster, so... If he allows me to, I'm just gonna prioritize DDD monster. Yeah, definitely I'm gonna go Genghis here. Shuffle back Caesar and the big Genghis. That seems very good. That seems very good. And now I'm gonna activate the Dark Contract gate. So yeah, let's use it now, of course. I'm gonna go for the Foolish Burial because I can send to the graveyard the Necro Slime as well, which is probably gonna be a good idea. That seems like a decent idea there. Alright, sending Lemia. Now we'll go Lemia. Fetch the DD Slime. Okay. Alright, so now we bring it back. And we can already activate my Genghis, which is very nice. And I'm gonna target, I guess, this guy. Maybe that could be good, but no, actually I'm not sure about that. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I got a link off anyway, so I'm just gonna bring back whatever, but you know, there's nothing I can really utilize that well as a card, I guess. Ah, man, how do I deal with this red ice though? It's a pretty hard one. He has a negate, and he also has pretty great protection, so I'm gonna have to think of a way to deal with that somehow. Let's bring this guy back. Okay. And now I can fusion summon. So I am gonna fusion summon. Okay, that would be great. Humanis probably took other 2 or 3 packs before release. Yeah, somewhat like that. Probably 2 or 3 packs because, you know, there are other decks that came out before that are not yet mastered awesome. But it doesn't necessarily have to be like every deck coming out in the exact timeline in which it was released in TCG. Maybe we're gonna see some different. So let's now fusion summon into the second copy of Genghis, which seems pretty good. Right, now we're gonna link off into Gilgamesh using these two, right? Oh wait, no, I don't have the zone for that. Sequence is on the field and I can't lose it. I mean, it's still fine, actually, it's still fine. Because I still get the Pendulum Scales, which is probably decent enough still. Yeah, I think it's not that bad. Okay. So, how do I get this game, dude? I don't know. This can return to hand, which is not bad. This can special summon something else. This can target a spell or trap. I'm gonna use this one. So, Pendulum Scale 3. And I do need... maybe this. Yeah, I'm gonna get these two. Okay, I'm gonna get the Doggos. I think both of the Doggos are good enough. Now I'm gonna use that. And I'm gonna target mine to target his. He could negate now, which is fine. Yep, okay. So we used up the interruption, that's good. I mean, that's probably a nice start. Okay. Now we're gonna go use the Dark Contract. Aren't there a DDD monster that negates all cards on the field? Yeah, but you cannot, we're not playing it in DDDs, unfortunately. So let's use this. One Genghis, so I can free the zones. Summon this Genghis, which is very good. And now I will go summon with Pendulum Summon this guy, so I can trigger the effect of the new Genghis. which will allow me to bring back, and I'm gonna go for another level 6, which is gonna be the Caesar summon, essentially, if I can. But I mean, listen, I don't know where this is really going though. Yes, I have Caesar, but it's a big problem that I can't deal with his card, right? Let's use this. I'm gonna go target, make it level 4. Now I'm gonna go into the... Oh, I do have this. During guys put I want face up pure chop card, the target's effects are negated. This should be good because then he loses the protection. If I go into that, I could use this to add one dark contract, but it doesn't make much sense. Alright, I'm gonna go for the synchro play because I believe this to be a good idea this way. I think this will probably be decent to stop the effect of Metal Morph. Although I still don't know what I'm gonna do afterwards, because I still can't get to 3400. Even though I can summon mechanics here, I don't really have anything with it, so it's still like not good enough. Bro, this is so weird. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Okay, I mean, I guess I'm gonna go Caesar. And yeah, bro, there's nothing I can do. Come on. I mean, yeah, it's just not enough. Like, okay, I'm just confused. I don't know. I mean, there was probably a way to increase my attack points somehow, but I messed that up. Although I built a pretty nice field, it's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna get dissected and I'm gonna lose this eventually. He's just gonna attack into everything. I couldn't deal with that. I don't know, maybe I made some misplay there, but... And the question is, are we getting the Malice and Raizio in the same pack? I don't know. I really can't tell you. Very rarely did they release 2 top tier decks in the same pack. That much I do know. Hold on a second. Alright, yeah, okay, I mean, let's just play like another game. Alright, I'm getting used to the combos now. I do understand what I'm doing way better. But I didn't know how to get more attack points. That was something that I didn't really have a clue how to do. Alright. But, I mean, listen. I am learning, so it is still good. To be honest, I really didn't have a better idea for today's Master Awakening stream because I had no gems. And I was like, alright, let's just do something like that. And yeah, I just decided to play DDD for that reason. I could have done it in a different stream, not just Master Awakening, but you know, it's just that progression-wise, the deck is the account progresses a little bit slower than usual. So yeah, that was kind of the reason why I decided to go for DDD and play a little bit. Okay, and I'm gonna get Maxi, of course. Probably not, because Komoni know what they're doing. Yeah, very rarely do 2 top tier decks come out separately, and both decks are gonna have like 4 or 5 URs, something like that. I would assume. In a typical normal scenario, this is what they usually do. So that's that, I guess. Let's tag out into Engraver here. Usually, like, when we've seen some top tier decks, like for example, if anyone remembers the Poorly pack, that was essentially what they did. They literally released only two archetypes and they made them ridiculously expensive, which was very much frustrating for me, but I didn't pull for the pack, so hopefully not. Having 3 URs is already expensive. Yeah, it's probably gonna be really expensive there. Anyways, we can still use Struct to fusion summon into Lacrima. My first goal is to get into Caesar because I want to have protection from Nibiru, right? This is like the main purpose of the combo. And afterwards, I'm gonna continue comboing and doing something. I have a really good hand. The problem is I am under Maxi, so it doesn't really matter because if he top decks like an interruption or two, I'm gonna struggle anyways. Dude, bro, he top decked Ash Blossom. The moment I activated my Requiem, He top decked Imperm the moment I activated my Lacrima. This is like horrible luck. Let's go Savant King Kepler. If that gets Savant Kepler, if that gets negated, I'm actually fine. But you know, that would be baffling. Let's just get the fusion. I'm probably not gonna need it that badly, but we'll see. Let's go now the Dark Contract. This will get me the extender. I just need a Griffin there. Seems like a losing game. Yeah, probably, but I'm just gonna test my combos at the very least. So I'm gonna go Griffin. I know that I'm doing the right stuff here, so that's cool. Let's just see how we'll proceed. I'm telling you, bro, the moment I activate something, he has the perfect solution. The moment I get a search, he top decks draw. I mean, that's sure, fine. The moment I have something, the very next card is gonna be very nasty, but he just drawed himself because he's a stupid moron. Like, how can you draw yourself? And I don't care about the draw myself, by the way. I really don't care. I don't need it. I really don't care about it. He just misplayed there. Now I'm gonna go. Let's see. I do wanna go Savant Thomas for sure. I already have Griffin, so I'm gonna go Savant Thomas. And I could go for this. Maybe. Because I do need a scale. Oh, I could actually go. No, wait. I'm gonna go Thomas and I'm gonna go with the Go guy here, basically. Right? And now I'm gonna Pendulum Summon for 2, which is really good, by the way. I hope they make Clockwork Knight SR at least. We'll see. Maybe it is past. Ah, no! There's no way you also get Nibiru the moment I pen. Oh, bro, he's so nasty. This guy is just ridiculous. He got Maxi Ash Imperm Drone Nibiru. I'm just speechless. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. This is just incredible. I have no words to describe this. This is just so annoying. I mean, let's just get a follow-up, I guess. Let's just get some sort of a follow-up here. I cannot use this, and I'm just like, bro, there's no way he's gonna get that many hand traps. Like, what the hell is this? He literally drawed himself and still got Ash, Imperm, and Nibiru. And a full hand, and a tract. Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Okay, sure. Yeah, that's an L, dude. It honestly, it could have been a win. Now I also think it might be an L. I have one Imperm and that's it. I do have a follow-up, so I'm at least positive that I can do something if I survive. But this is just ridiculous. Like, come on, you can't be that lucky to get that many hint traps. Like, seriously. You can't be that lucky. Alright, Royal Rare Requiem. By the way, this looks kinda cool. Alright, sure. It's fine. So, Engraver is gonna destroy the token. I'm gonna be against an empty field. I'm gonna negate the sequence, so he doesn't go into Desiree, but he still has a normal summon available. So yeah, I mean, listen, it's probably not gonna be enough, but we'll do what we can. But this is just like absurd. I have no clue how someone is so good at the game. Calm down, Yugi isn't fair at all, after all. Yeah. Definitely not fair. Okay, that's gonna be a fusion summon, but for Lacrima only. Oh, never mind. He has another Fiendsmith Engraver. That's fine, dude. Fine, don't worry about it. Then he's gonna go for another tract. I wish I have a Royal Finish card. The one I got that's not given from Konami. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, definitely has a little bit more aura if you get the Royal Rare by yourself, not when Konami gives you for free for the anniversary event. That's that. Jesus, there's no way. There's just no way. There's no way. Like, what the? How is this normal? Oh, like, how do you have these cards? Bro, am I... Like... I'm just speechless. Oh my god, he's so good at the game. Dude, I'm just speechless. Maxi, Ash, Imperm, Draw, Nibiru, Crossout. In 10 cards. In 10 cards. I just don't know what to say. Why? What the hell is going on? Why Lina? What the hell is happening? Oh, he can bring back his my Lacrima, sure. Ah, man, that is so... It's just so tilting at this point. Equipping sequence to Engraver so he can get rid of the token. So that's almost 8,000. Summoning Magister's Corozzo. Okay, I guess we're comboing with something. Oh, what? This can go with Lacrima into Primera, into Centurion combo? Okay, the guy started cooking. But he went for Salvation and not the Emblema ult to combo off. I guess that's supposed to be just a removal effect. Okay, I am confused, but sure. All right, the guy is cooking. I mean, listen, I'm gonna give it to him. He is a little bit cooking there, for sure. Let's shuffle. Actually, I shouldn't have shuffled anything, but now that I did it, let's just shuffle the Requiem. I shouldn't have shuffled anything though. Why is it you? What is it, Yugi? That opponent stop deck every answer he needed. Yeah, dude. Oh, and he also has the feud spell, so he doesn't need the Emblema ult. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, he has the feud spell too. I don't know what to say. I mean, that's just like I'm literally sitting here and just getting destroyed. Yeah, that's game, I think. No? Yes? I don't know. So this is the token. Auxilla into Legatia. Yeah, that's game. Okay. I just got publicly humiliated and absolutely destroyed. Like there was nothing I could have done there. I'm just gonna forget about this game and move on with my life. Honestly, I just don't wanna talk about it. Alright, so I'm gonna play one more game. I'm gonna have a little bit of a discussion for like 10 minutes and then the stream will end because today I have to end a little bit early, unfortunately. At least it didn't give you the Arrival Cyber's Ignister. Yeah, that's kind of a useless one. But honestly, I do like Ignister. It's just that it's a really repetitive deck with one repetitive combo and it's just kind of boring and also not very good nowadays. Yeah, but I get it. Yeah, for sure. Alright, this is a decent hand. It is possible to combo off with that hand. Now, let's start off with the tract here. That will be the final game, guys. I trust the process. We're gonna have a nice game here. I think we're gonna do everything that we gotta do. By the way, just so I note, DDD really isn't like a top tier deck. I mean, it's kind of like struggling against most decks, to be honest. That's what I'm noticing as well now. I kind of expected a little bit of a better performance, but basically without the new support, like it's mostly one interruption away from not having a serious field, is what I would say. Which is, you know, primarily because you're relying so much on Gilgamesh that if it doesn't resolve very well, you're kind of screwed a little bit. You're gonna have to think of another way to extend the place, and that gets a little bit tricky. Although, again, I'm gonna tell you one thing. Even though Gilgamesh gets negated fairly easily, having access to a really easy mechanics is still nice. It's still good, you know? For that, I will say that the deck is actually good for that reason. That is a very, very easy thing to do. Now I'm gonna prioritize Sky King Caesar, basically to play around Nibiru, of course. But let's bring that as well. That would be nice, just to get an additional body. If I were to have Necroquip Princess, it would have been also decent, but I don't, so whatever. Now I'm gonna normal summon Savant Kepler. That will give me a search for a Dark Contract, which is gonna be the gate. Because your opponent always has everything. Yeah, I mean, listen. Like, yeah, maybe that's the problem too. Like, maybe that's the issue, but... now let's use the Dark Contract here. I am gonna get the Griffin because it's the best extender. Okay. This is nice. Now special summon, and now I will go into also the link to Gilgamesh, which is nice. So the pendulum scales that I would like to go for are gonna be let's see. I wanna go for the 6 and for the 0, correct? Yeah, I'm gonna go 6 and 0. I think that's the right move, because I can also pendulum summon these two, right? And this can change the level of the Savant to level 4 and also trigger the DD Griffin to pitch this one, because honestly I don't really care about the second fusion. I don't need it. So now I'm gonna activate this, essentially making it level 4. Alright guys, I mean listen, I think this is a very serious matter here. I am finally learning the combos. This is actually how the combos are supposed to go. I am a very proud member of the DDD community now. Finally, after 10,000 misplays. Alright, let's go into the other copy of Gilgamesh here. That is definitely a good card. And now we are, of course, gonna continue our plays with Marksman King Tail. And I'm gonna send, of course, the Necro Slime because I want to fusion summon. So, if I were to activate Necro Slime right now, I can summon the Gengish using this. And I guess one Griffin. Summoning it here. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go with Mechanics. That will be great. Alright, guys, I know what to do. Finally we learned the deck. Alright, I bring back this because that will give me an additional search. Okay. Then we go into this using these two. Yeah, by the way, I have a little bit of a leftover body. But I cannot go for any other level 6 Xyz play or something like that, so that's why that's the case. But yeah, so the reason why this is still, in my opinion, very nice, even though we don't have the fusion. Yeah, by the way, okay, yeah, one misplay that I did wrong. I shouldn't have sent to the graveyard the Dark Contract with the Swamp King, because I could have used it to fusion summon using Orthrus and also another monster. So I kind of made a misplay there. And yeah, that was the only misplay that I made. And basically, instead of having this field, I should have also had the fusion. And this way, that field spell would have been also better because I have also a fusion monster, right? So yeah, that was a little bit of a botch there. So now I have Link and Xyz. I should have also had the fusion, the big fusion, the Gengish level 8, and that would have been a spell or trap card negation. So yeah, that's the only misplay that I made here. But fair enough, I mean, that was a good combo. Like, yeah, I kind of understand now how it goes, to be honest. Now I have a better understanding what each card does. So let's look up the deck now after I've learned what I've learned throughout the stream. And I'm gonna tell you what I think about each card. So let me just recap. All right, so Necro Slime is here to be dumped usually with the Marksman King Tail to go for a fusion play into primarily High King Genghis if you do have a high level monster, or the Genghis small version if you want to get an extender and go for Xyz 6. That is, of course, gonna be very useful if you don't have Fiend's Engine to actually summon Caesar beforehand. Lamia is here for the Savant Copernicus combo line because you can mill it and then you can bring it back, which will effectively allow you to go for the Gilgamesh. Or you can also use the Lamia to summon it as an additional extender and change the level with Cerberus to go for level 4 if you already have like a Griffin on the field, which is also possible. Swirl Slime is here to start the place with Gengish, and then you can get an extender with Gengish. Effectively, you go for Swirl Slime if you have at least another special summon. So you can trigger Gengish, bring back a monster, and then link off into the Gilgamesh, and you're gonna have a level 6 plus another level 6, which you can then get with the slime throughout the combo with Marksman. and go into the High King. This is how you access it a little bit easier. Savant Kepler is essentially the normal summon that gets you the Gate, and Gate gets you the Griffin if you don't have anything else, and that's how you get into Gilgamesh. Or the Swamp if you already have the Gate to fusion summon. Swamp's primary use is basically if you don't have access to enough fusion summoning. For example, let's say Necro Slime goes for a level 6 and then you don't have another way to fusion summon because you don't have the slime. This would be the way to do it, right? Or effectively, you can also search like this card, but usually you go for it with the Caesar. So yeah, this card is basically searched with Caesar during the end of the combo. In case you go for a Mechanics, Caesar, the big Caesar, right? And the High King Genghis. And of course, if you can have also a Link monster, it would be nice. Essentially, the more different monsters you have, the better, right? That's kind of the idea with this card. The trap is accessible with the trap. I forgot what got it there. Like, I don't remember what card gets you to the trap card. Yeah, that's the only card I have no idea how I searched, but I did search it somehow. I just forgot about it. Oh wait, it was with this guy, right? No, this is the discard to draw one. Also, this pendulum effect where you can discard the GD or Dark Contract usually is a bait, because for the time being you kind of want to keep them in the hand, and a lot of the times I didn't have discard fodder, so I definitely used that effect a little too much. I shouldn't have done it. If I were to go for the special summon from graveyard, which is what I could do as well with the Genghis, that is how I get access to a DD card, right? Add one DD card from deck to hand. Okay, so this is a good idea. If you go Genghis, this is in the grave, bring it back to go for Lamia as an extender, and then you can set up the skills with Gilgamesh to be with Cerberus, so you can make it a level 4. This way you go for either level 8, by the way, this is how you access Synchro Summoning as well, or Xyz 4, which is oftentimes the preferred scenario. And then we also have Orthrus, which is usually allowing you to just pop a spell or trap. I would say this is a 1-off, maybe not a 2-off. Maybe if I were to make this a different list, I would go with like Copernicus, because Copernicus is at least gonna be a good starter, while Orthrus is only really utilized when you wanna pop a spell or trap. So that's kind of the thing, right? And then we also have the Oblivion King, which is usually an extender, although it doesn't come up as often as one might think. And there's also a kind of a interesting scenario where if you do set the Go, which is usually coming up, by the way, if you want to go for Go plus Cerberus, it's actually not a bad idea because that will give you enough scales. So when you want to summon the Griffin and also like a level 1, maybe you want to go for Savant Kepler. Let's say you go for Savant Kepler and you have Griffin. You special summon these two from the extra deck with Go being Pendulum Scale 0. And then you go for Cerberus, make Savant level 4. So this is how you get to the Caesar. So that's the scenario. So usually you either go and Cerberus in scenario where you started Savant Kepler plays, or you go with the Thomas plus Griffin, because you want to go for Pendulum Scale between linear 1 to 6, basically summoning level 4s. Then you use Griffin to pop it, and then you return Savant Thomas, and then you get back the Griffin. You activate Savant Thomas, pardon me, you bring back Griffin special summon, essentially giving you an extender. And that is if you don't have access to Griffin beforehand, which is essentially gonna be probably Copernicus. So Copernicus goes for Lamia pitch special, go for Gilgamesh set the Griffin and the Thomas. Then you're gonna pendulum summon only the Copernicus, then you're gonna pop the Griffin, then you're gonna go Savant Thomas, bring it back, special summon with the effect, and then you go into the Caesar, effectively ending on a board with going also for King Tail, and then effectively ending the field with like a High King Genghis maybe, and like a Mechanics, or depending on what you have, you can go for other place, right? Or on the flip side, you go Kepler plus the contract for Griffin, you link up these two, go for Gilgamesh set the Go plus the Cerberus, you Pendulum summon both of these, then you use Cerberus, make it level 4 again for Caesar. So that's how you do it. Right. This card, not that big of a deal, kind of a decent card in a scenario where you summon as many different types of monsters as you can. Ideally all 5, but let's just say you're gonna go for 3 or 4 out of 5. And the trap card is just stealing a monster, kind of a decent one, I guess. I mean, it's just kind of a way to steal an opponent's monster. Most of the other effects don't really do that much, at least in that version of the deck from what I've seen. And yeah, that's kind of it. I think this is kind of it. Now, any other card that I would like to experiment with would be with, where is it? With this guy, and maybe finding a way to actually summon also the Down King Kali Yuga, which I know is actually pretty difficult to do in the deck, so it does make sense not to play this guy because he's actually too difficult to summon, and it doesn't really make sense to summon it because basically when it's XC summoned for the rest of the turn, other cards and effects cannot be activated on the field. So you would want to summon this maybe during your opponent's turn primarily, or if you are gonna summon during your turn, at least you're gonna use the secondary effect to just get rid of a bunch of spells and traps, or it can also get you a dark contract from the spell from the graveyard, which is not that bad, I guess. But again, not really needed, of course. Or you could also play like maybe a trap card if you want to utilize it to bring back a dark contract trap card, maybe this one and all that. Can't you summon Kali Yuga with rank up spell? Nah, I mean, probably it's possible to summon it. It is possible to summon it without rank of spell in GDDs, but it does make you go into completely different avenues where you would want to prioritize summoning 2 level 8 GD monsters, and that will definitely not be that easy of a job because, yeah, I mean, it's just a little inconvenient for the combos, and yeah, I just don't think it's a good idea as well to play it. That's kind of all of it. I mean, listen, that's kind of good. You need Placer of Gilgamesh for sure. 2 Gengesh, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. It's just how it is. It's standard. And the Fiendsmith Engine, either Lacrima for early Caesar, which plays around Nibiru, or Sequence for early Gengesh in case you have a discard fodder, or for example, in case you go Swirl Slime and you discard, for example, like a level 8 or something, and then you can do it, although it's primarily gonna be Lacrima for the Caesar. Honestly speaking, use the Armed Engine, Armor Exceeds. Maybe I'll figure it out next time when I play this deck. I'm gonna run it back for sure. But yeah, I mean, listen, the Fiendsmith Engine is not that incredible. It's decent. It's completely not necessary because you can still summon Caesar, you can still summon the Genghis, you don't really care about it that much. So yeah, that's kind of my opinion here. I am gonna love to try out the new support when it comes out, and I wanted to kind of prepare myself with this live stream for it. But yeah, this is kind of, you know, what I wanted to talk about. Honestly, I think this stream was really productive. To be honest, not as entertaining as previous streams where I played a bunch of meme decks and all that, but I think I learned a lot about DDDs now. I can confidently say I know how to play the main lines, you know, and I just explained all of them basically that I've learned today. So very productive live stream, I gotta tell you that much, guys. That definitely a good one. And yeah, I mean, also just a reminder, tomorrow new pack comes out. I'm gonna go live same time, exactly same time. So yeah, I mean, whatever time is it for you, it's gonna be probably easier to figure out. I think it's 9 AM UTC that I'm always saying because, you know, universal time and all that. So yeah, same time I'm gonna be live tomorrow, and I'm gonna be playing with the new cards, and I'm gonna prioritize playing Crystron and the Mimigos. All right, and there's also gonna be day 2 of new packs live stream Thursday as well. So I'm gonna be playing 2 days with the new card, Wednesday and Thursday. So yeah, stay tuned for that, of course, and hopefully I'll see you there as well, because it will be lots of fun. I would expect people would be more excited about that, not the me learning how to play GDDs. But again, I think it was fairly entertaining despite that. And in the main account, yeah, for sure, dude. I'm gonna pull on the main account. Master Awakening episode is, you know, only once a week. And honestly, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Like, Master Awakening as a series, I think it's very nice. And I think I've helped people understand really how to start the game again. I am gonna continue making content about it, but the problem is, you know, the progression with the account happens slower, so I need a little bit of time, right? So this is kind of why I dropped them down to 1 episode per week. But of course, I mean, it's definitely cool. It went well. And again, thank you for everyone who tuned in. Hopefully you're gonna tune in tomorrow as well when we're gonna be playing the new decks. And I will see you next time. For now, have a great day or great evening, night, whatever. And until tomorrow, bye.